KNDY.
Greetings, everybody, once again from Marysville, Kansas, Pat Landau Memorial Field, Homer Hansen Stadium at the Landau Sports Complex. Jason Brenniger, just back from a long run to the restroom, and Brian Crott, the birthday boy, going to bring you the final home game of the Marysville regular season.
Of the regular season.
Of the regular season, as the Marysville Bulldogs will take on the Hiawatha Redhawks. We'll have pregame right after this.
Just like our area athletes work each day in practice to perform at their best in the big game, the staff at Bruna Implement Company, your local Case IH dealer, work daily to provide the best parts and service experience when you need it most. Bruna Implement Company has been family-owned for 3 generations. We know what it takes to be successful as your area Case IH dealer. For the best in farming equipment with the service to back it, there is only one. Bruna Implement Company, since 1947.
Anyone can sell you soybean seed. Channel Seedsmen place product to perform. With Channel XtendFlex soybeans and Channel Roundup Ready 2 Extend soybeans, you'll get the superior weed control you want and the high yield potential you need. Make the most of next season with the Roundup Ready Extend crop system and expert recommendations from Channel Seedsmen. Ask a seedsman in your area for recommendations for your fields. Check with your state pesticide regulatory agency for specific restrictions in your state. Always read and follow pesticide label directions.
Whether you're buying, building, remodeling, or refinancing, your home is a major investment in your life. At United Bank and Trust, we understand how important it is to work with someone who cares. Our loan officers have the experience it takes to make the process a smooth one. Come in for a visit or start online by filling out a loan application at ubankonline.com in as little as 20 minutes. Mortgage lending with United Bank and Trust. It's banking for your way of life. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Tune for the Coach's Corner each evening following sports at around 5:20 as we visit with the area high school football coaches. Focus Mondays on Southern and Diller Odell. Tuesdays, Centralia and Axtell. Wednesdays, Lynn and Centralia. Thursdays, Frankfort and Valley Heights. And Fridays, Washington County and Marysville. The Coach's Corner airs following evening sports at around 5:20 on KNDY. Listen for the Cape Reps pregame show Friday nights at 6. Our Coach's Corner roundup at 6:30 ahead of our 6:45 pregame for high school football. Live on KNDY.
Football live on KNDY. I've caught my breath. I think I can get it through this pregame. Brian, an interesting night tonight. It is another matchup in consecutive weeks where Marysville's going to be playing the third team starting quarterback. Hiawatha with the same injury troubles at that single caller position that Valley Heights had a week ago. Can Marysville take advantage of that?
Yeah, we talked about this when we first got here. No team at this in 3A is 3 quarterbacks deep, and if they are, they're pulling for sophomores and freshmen.
Correct.
To fill that role, who just don't have the experience that a Marysville quarterback in Rook Williams has.
It's senior night here at Marysville,
yep.
And so that senior class 15 heavy. We'll get into those later on, but I think with that in mind and that experienced Rook, a double-year starter, a couple 3-year starters around him and Peyton Smith and his brother Rhett, and a lot of good football being played lately. Marysville, 2 of their last 3 victorious, coming off that 0-3 start. They're 1-1 in the district situation. They go to 2-1 tonight with a win. Then they play Clay Center next week. The winner of that's going to get a home game. The loser, probably not.
Yeah, and traveling way out west, you said.
Yes, and it's a big deal because you're going to be playing. If you're the 2 seed, you'll play the 3 seed in that other district, and so you really feel like that all the marbles really lie on Clay Center next week. So this makes this a little bit of a trap game. Not too much so for Tony Trimble, experienced coach, and his crew, but you have to remember, kids who say, it's just Hiawatha, we'll be all right. You can be in a lot of trouble with that kind of mindset.
Can't overlook anybody at this level.
So we're going to go ahead and take a break here, and after that we'll have the coaches show and then kickoff coming up. You're listening to Bulldog Football on KNDY.
Update your home today with a new look from Feldkamp's Furniture Mart. See their tremendous selection of living room, dining room, and bedroom sets and furniture, as well as bedding, accent pieces, appliances, and more. Flooring choices with professional installation are available to complete a new look from start to finish for a single room or your entire home. Financing options for any budget up to 24 months with no interest, as well as free delivery, making buying local easy. Shop Feldkamp's Furniture and Flooring in Marysville today.
Tension Envelope, the leader in envelope and packaging solutions, is currently looking to hire new members to its staff. With a great work schedule and benefits package, Tension Envelope might be for you. Don't believe me? Well, how about some of the experts at Tension convince you?
My name is Josh Schoenberger. My duty is an adjuster at Tension Envelope. We work 3 days on, 1 day off, 3 days on, and then 7 days off for the majority of the jobs that are down here at Tension.
Well, hi, I'm Deb Logus, and I've been here 43 years. I am a plate maker right now, is what I'm doing. They take good care of us. We've got good benefits.
Head on over to their website for more information on open positions, or call their Marysville location to find out for yourself if Tension Envelope is right for you.
Tires aren't all the same, and neither are tire dealers. Find a dealer like Mike's OK Tire, who carries Michelin and BF Goodrich tires. Michelin offers safe, fuel-efficient, long-lasting tires that provide exceptional performance and extraordinary value. BF Goodrich tires are built for drivers looking for high performance and aggressive styling. Next time you need tires, don't deal with amateurs. See the tire experts. See Mike's OK Tire in downtown Marysville for tires, repair, alignment, and service.
Olmsted Real Estate and Auctions, your farm and home marketing team since 1976. Let the family team of Tim, Tom, and Rob Olmsted and brother-in-law Tom Kirkland guide you in your real estate experience of selling or buying a home or farmland. Olmsted Real Estate and Auctions is experienced in providing timely, professional, and honest service. Find them on the web at olmstedrealestate.com or call today at 785-353-2210.
I'm joined now by head coach of the Marysville Bulldogs, Tony Trumbull. Coach, you were able to find some running lanes and get some points up at the board, just not able to stick with that high-powered Rock Creek offense. How are you able to build on that going forward here with the last couple weeks in the season?
Well, we felt pretty good. Like you said, our offense was able to move the ball, so we felt good about that. We really felt like, if we could get a stop on defense, we'd have a chance to get some momentum, and we didn't do that until late in the game. But, it was exciting to see that we were able to have our highest production offensively of the season against probably one of the best teams we faced.
You talked about some of those defensive stops and some missed tackles and maybe some out of alignments. How do you fix that going into this week's game against Valley Heights?
Well, Rock Creek is very athletic. They're quick, and they spread you out, and they try to get their athletes in one-on-one situations in space, which makes it very difficult to defend. And like you said, we missed some tackles. We didn't do a very good job of defending that in space, so obviously that's something we're going to focus on this week of practice is we're going to work on getting better at tackling, and, we're going to try to eliminate not necessarily missed assignments, but get our kids to understand their angles better so that hopefully it puts them in better position to make those tackles next time.
How do you make sure your boys are focused in with everything going on? It's homecoming, Valley Heights is coming in.
Well, coaches have never really liked homecoming, and I'm one that's on board with that, just because of the distractions, like you mentioned. There's so many activities going on. The kids, it's great for the kids. They love it, and it's a good time. Hopefully they stay focused and use that energy that's brought from homecoming to our favor.
If you can, like you said, focus that energy in once the helmets go on, you're usually set up for success. Now, there are a lot of storylines in this game, of course, the proximity in the game, but interesting part, you're coaching against your son, Cody, down there at Valley Heights. What's that going to be like? The first part, you go to shake hands early in the game. What's that going to be like to see him across the field?
It's going to be a different situation for sure. We coached together for a few years when I was at Valley Heights, and he came and helped me, and obviously he played for me, and so he knows how I think. as a football coach, and I'm sure that he's going to use that to his advantage. He's a very smart young man, and it's going to be fun. It's going to be, coaches, we always want to win, and as parents, we never want to see our kids fail. So it's going to be a little bit bittersweet.
Coach, I appreciate your time today. You had that little snippet there. Sometimes the young pup does need to learn his lesson every now and then. So best of luck on Friday. I can't wait to talk to you then on Friday as well. So,
all right, thanks, Max.
Like new, priced right, the Nordis Motor Company in Marysville has a 2019 Chevy Traverse LT Edition with a leather interior, just 31,000 miles. They have a 2017 GMC Acadia Limited and several others in on trade at the Nordis Motor Company in Marysville.
Welcome back again to Marysville Bulldog football. It is Friday night. It is senior night. It is the last home game of the 2022 regular season for these Marysville Bulldogs. It is a district matchup against the Hiawatha Redhawks. Jason Brenniger, Brian Crott bringing you the action. You are listening to Bulldog football on KNDY. You can do that 94.1 FM, 1570 AM. You can go online. You can pull us up there, or you can, of course, download the app. Say it with me, everybody. Download the app. Take Brian and Jason with you anywhere you are, and you can listen to Bulldog football at your leisure. But tonight, big, pivotal district matchup against a team. Now, the storyline isn't as interesting this week as it was last week, but we do have another coaching connection here as Marysville Bulldog graduate Mike Downard brings his Hiawatha Redhawks to town. And to this day, Brian, Mike Downard has the hardest hit that I have ever personally seen in a high school football game. It happened in the state championship game his senior year. There was actually a turnover, and he just hit this kid so hard, and I heard it so loud in the stadium. Sticks out in my mind to this day. And to see Mike now being able to bring his team back into town, I hope he has a little bit of luck here tonight. Not too much. Marysville coming out victorious, but it is good to see those guys go on to the careers that they do. When that happens is that there was an impact, something that he did during his high school career, somebody who impacted him that said, hey, this is the career choice that I want to take. And it's great to have that and great to have him in the area and here tonight.
Coach Brad Hammett was his coach,
right?
And they were a possession away from being state champions.
Yes, they were.
An excellent team. Brad Hammett was my senior year coach. Otherwise, it was Coach Warner all the way through. So,
well, a proud tradition here in Marysville.
Yes, sir.
A playoff streak that, frankly, with tonight's game is in the balance. That goes all the way back. I can't remember the years. I'm not good at that stuff. But my oldest son's junior year was the last time Marysville didn't make the playoffs. He's 25 years old, to do the math on that. So there's a lot at stake here tonight, and there's a team that Marysville should be able to handle in the building with them.
Yeah, but having them be on their third string quarterback is definitely helpful. But once again, you can't overlook anybody. This quarterback, number 5, Ashton Rocky, he is a 5'8", 165-pound senior. He's not inexperienced on the football field.
Right, for sure.
He can handle the ball. He was a starter on offense when the first string was there and when the second string was there. He's been a starter the whole way. They just moved into a new position. I guarantee, and he's a few games in now, I guarantee he's better now than he was a few weeks ago.
Absolutely. And the supporting cast around him tonight?
Yep. So his running backs are going to be Connor Kettler, 6 foot, 165-pound sophomore, Josh Monaghan, a 5 foot 9, 175-pound sophomore. Wide receivers, Josh Schmidt, senior, 5'8", 160 pounds. Caden Morton, junior wide receiver, 6'4", 158 pounds. And
wait, 6'4", 158?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Built kind of like you and I.
You're right.
Yeah. And then also a running back, Xavier Oldham, senior, 5'10", 170. We've got starting on the offensive line for Hiawatha, Beckett Potter, Memphis Wallaceck, Clyde Crane, Maverick Schaefer, Peter Campbell. That is the starting lineup for the Hiawatha Redhawks.
And in honor of senior night here in Marysville, we'll run down the seniors. Number 2, Tristan Schaefer. Number 3, Peyton Smith. Number 4, Jacob Dankenbring. Number 7, Devin Mathis. Number 8, Rhett Williams. Number 9, Devin Tomer. Number 10 or 35, I'm not sure tonight, Jack Lauer. Number 11, Ian Dedamore. Number 12, Rook Williams. Number 16, Nathan Fisher. Number 17, Colton Shoddy. Number 50, John Dre Walton. Number 51, Noah Lupin. Number 56, Thomas Behrens. Number 70, Bo Urban. And typically, Brian, with a large senior class, has brought pretty good success to Marysville football. Struggled early in the season, struggled to find a way to score points, struggled to stop Rock Creek, but it's kind of found their legs here 2 of the last 3 weeks.
Oh, they're explosive in an offense that's not supposed to be. Right. In an offense that's not supposed to have 80-yard plays and 78-yard plays, which were their last 2 long touchdowns they had last week. And so it just shows how purely athletic they are.
And led by Rook Williams, who's transformed himself into a pretty good high school quarterback, into an all-state caliber high school quarterback that we've seen over the last 3-4 weeks.
Especially with his legs. He threw the ball really well a year ago. This year he's showing a whole nother dimension.
Marysville Bulldogs versus the Hiawatha Redhawks. Kickoff coming up right after this.
Cromie Lumber in Marysville and Washington offers sales, template, and installation of countertops, including quartz, solid surface, and corian. Visit CromieLumber.com or stop in 609 Carolina in Marysville or 200 Ballard in Washington. For your next kitchen remodel project, see Cromie Lumber in Marysville and Washington.
If you're a driver over 50, it may be time to switch your auto insurance. The AARP Auto Insurance Program from the Hartford is now available through Copeland Insurance Agency in Marysville. Call today for your free, no-obligation quote. Learn more about special rates, benefits, and service designed especially for AARP members. Call the Copeland Insurance Agency at 619-6220. That's 619-6220. Certain policy features are subject to eligibility and may not be available in all states. Hartford Fire Insurance Company, Hartford, Connecticut.
The demand for Landall products is real. Landall's orders are overflowing for all 3 product lines. If you know of someone looking for an excellent career opportunity that offers stable employment and outstanding benefits, contact Landall Company in Marysville, 785-562-5381, or apply online at landall.com/careers. Positions available in Marysville, Waterville, Beloit. EEO, Vets, and Disability welcome.
It's Friday night, and you're listening to Bulldog football on KNDY. The Marysville Bulldogs captains out at center of the field, and they have elected to receive. Marysville will receive the kickoff in their black helmets, white bottoms. Hiawatha, the visitor, red helmets, white tops, and white bottoms trimmed in red and blue. It is a district matchup, and a playoff appearance is on the line here tonight. Kickoff just moments away, Brian.
Yeah, this is one of the... Let's first talk about the weather. It's really beautiful. I could have wore shorts walking in here, but I know on the way out I'm going to wish I had a parka.
Right. It's just been fabulous. Once again, the Friday night weather this year has just been tremendous. It's just hard to believe that here we are. This is the second to last regular season game, the last regular season home game. A big matchup tonight in our district is Clay Center and Rock Creek. I'm predicting a Rock Creek win, which means that all of the marbles for a home playoff game will be next week, Marysville versus Clay Center. And even if Clay Center were to come away next week, Marysville could slide themselves into that 2 spot. But you got to take care of the businesses in front of you here tonight. On paper, Hiawatha team that isn't as talented, that isn't as big, that isn't as strong, and that isn't as fast.
Yep. You predicted this a few weeks ago, how Marysville would be in control of whether they're on the road or at home, and they are.
Yes.
And you predicted it excellently so far, and that's important. It's nice to not have to rely on somebody else to have to go, take an L where they shouldn't, just so you can make it in.
Can't really win the district. If Clay Center were to blow out Rock Creek tonight, they could have an issue with a 3-way tie for the district if Marysville were to turn around and blow out Clay Center next week. But really what you're talking about is trying to get second place and trying to get that home playoff game. And here we go.
Here's the kickoff for Hiawatha. Low squid. Hit a Marysville player at the 36-yard line. I don't know that he got back on it. No signals either way. Usually Hiawatha is going to signal that they got the ball. So number 2, Tristan Schaefer gets back on it. Marysville's going to take over right at neutral field position.
Yep, right at the 35 there. Back deep there was Will Otot and Rhett Williams, but that ball was kicked in squid style, and it went out to the 31 or 2, and then Schaefer kind of bounced it back forward and pounced on it at the 35. 1st and 10 Bulldogs.
Xavier Oldham was the kickoff man, and he was just trying to aim for somebody's pads to hit, and he was successful.
Hiawatha will put in a 4-man front, and then 4 linebackers, so they do have 8 in the box.
Here's your 1st and 10 play. Rook Williams gets the snap, takes the handoff inside. He's got it, option our way, keeps it, and he's going to go forward for about 6 yards. 2nd and 4 coming up for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, a pretty good run there on 1st down. It was just option to this wide side of the field. He's going to pick up almost 7 on
it. Yeah, it was almost 7. Pretty good spot, I felt.
Mm-hmm.
I had him just crossing the 40. They put it up to the 42, so give him 7.
Dakota Slupionic, the right tackle over here.
2nd down play I thought they might have got an offside.
I did too, but they did not.
Handoff inside. Usually that's going to be Tremont Horton.
Yeah, that's
it was. Give him 4 yards for a 1st down.
I think they're going to really monitor Smith tonight. He came back last week from a head injury and hurt his shoulder, so they're going to be really careful with that. I mentioned Slupionic there at this right tackle. A healthy Thomas Behrens would be there, but he is not. He is suited up tonight.
So Marysville's injuries they've been plagued with all year still remain. 1st and 10. Fake handoff inside pitch.
It's Otot.
He's going to get about 5 yards. Give him 5 yards up past midfield line. Good run, good read by Rook Williams.
It was, because neither the dive nor Williams' keeper was there. The only play was Otot, and a good job by everybody. That's usually the hardest play, is that 3rd option's pitch. But Rook, being a left-hander, he went to his left side, so he went to his dominant hand, and that does help. There is Peyton Smith in the backfield.
I was told we'd see him tonight and was surprised when I was calling Tremont Hornbeek's name.
Twins to the right here.
Yeah, Otot's usually in running back situation. This time he's out as a wide receiver. Man in motion is Rhett Williams. Handoff inside to Peyton Smith. Needed 6 or 5. What do you need? 5 for the 1st down?
5.
And he gets 4.
Got 4.
3rd and 1.
So talk about the perfect start for Tony Trimble's offense. 5 yards, 4 yards, 5 yards, 7 yards. Nothing less than that 4-yard gain, and that's the way he wants it done.
And we talked about it a second ago. The offense is not designed for 80-yard plays, but Marysville's been fortunate enough to find some. This 3rd and 1 is exactly what this offense is made for.
Absolutely.
Traditional Marysville formation. Peyton Smith in the backfield. Fakes it to him. Quarterback keeper is Rook Williams. He's on his feet to the 20. To the 10. He's got one guy to beat.
All the way down from the 44 to the 1, maybe?
To the 1 is exactly right. He gets tripped up by his shoelaces. I thought he was still going to fall his way in to the inside of the pylon. He did not. 1st and goal from the 1.
2 carries, 50 yards for Rook Williams here in the first 2 minutes and 42 seconds of this football game. Marysville knocking on the door. 1st and goal.
That play that was just ran is exactly the play that Rook's had success on all year. Rook gets the snap, quarterback sneak. He walks in. He didn't want to fall forward, but Peyton Smith tackled him from behind. Down Marysville.
So a good start for this Marysville Bulldog offense. Every play was for at least 4 yards. No penalties, no mistakes. Clean football down the field in the big play. A 43-yarder, the big play on that drive.
Extra point pending. Jack Lowers out there. There's the snap, the hold. Kick is up. Kick is good. Marysville on top of Hiawatha, 7-0.
Personal care and service are hallmarks of doing business with RX Drug in Marysville. As a locally owned and operated Health Mart pharmacy, you're assured the one-on-one attention and guidance that they deliver every day. It's convenient, fast, and friendly when you count on RX. Front door parking, easy access, and if need be, they can bring your prescription out or deliver. Friendly personal service, it's how they've always done business at RX Drug, downtown Marysville.
When you're raising cattle, you have your standards. The right feed, plenty of pasture. As your ag financial partner, we've got our standards too. Like being there to help you run your business with the loans and appraisals you need. Raising cattle and raising standards. So stop by and let's talk. Citizens State Bank, Marysville, Waterville, and Hanover. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to Homer Hanson Stadium at Landau Memorial Field at Landau Family Sports Complex. Yes, I like to get them all in there because everybody's paid their dues.
Right on.
Kickoff here for Marysville, who just took the lead 7-0, will be Jack Lauer.
6 plays, 65 yards, all on the ground. Rook Williams doing the heavy lifting.
Here's Jack's kick. Deep. High. Hits the ground, which is always great. Fielded by number 15, Hiawatha. Gets by Tristan Schaefer's tackle up to the 20, but not much further than that. 22 maybe.
Senior Josh Smith, the return man there for the Hiawatha Redhawks.
Thanks for catching that. Tristan Schaefer had a great opportunity to pin him back inside his own 15. Just barely missed the tackle. 1st and 10, Hiawatha. So it's going to be Ashton Rocky. We talked about this in the pregame. Ashton Rocky's the third-string quarterback. He is a senior. But maybe not the preseason plan that I want the Redhawks to have in mind. It's going to be a quick pass. They saw some Rock Creek film themselves.
A lot of missed tackles.
Yeah, multiple missed tackles. He's going to get 10 or 11 yards. Josh Smith gets 11 on first down, for a first down. Brian Cook says 12. You can take whatever one you want.
Well, as it is, it's an early completion here and good positive yards on first down for Hiawatha, and that's what they need to do here is they need to play a little ball control themselves. And Marysville just frankly has got to tackle better.
Ashton Rocky saw that Rock Creek film against Marysville and said, I can throw those quick outs if Marysville's not going to guard them. 1st and 10. Handoff inside to the second guy through. He's going to fall forward for a couple of yards, but not much doing there. Number 7, Xavier Oldham, running back.
Timeout here.
How'd the ball get there?
Oh, we got an injured player here. Okay.
Oh, I see it.
Yeah. Well, we're going to keep it here. We're really good on spots. So early on, what we've seen so far is offensively, Marysville dominating the offensive line, being able to get 4 or 5 yards at a pop. And then the big play came to break it wide open. But then defensively here, Hiawatha has looked pretty good from their offensive standpoint. We said gain of 2. I think it's more like 3. 2nd and 7 here, very manageable situation. They got 12 yards on first down. Well, we're going to bring the doctor out here on the field. So, it's early on. I think what we'll do is take a quick break. We'll sort it out, and we'll come right back.
CJ Express is convenient for you with 3 locations. CJ West in Marysville and Frankfort offer Hunt Brothers Pizza with all toppings, no extra charge. Crispy and delicious Bird Shack fried chicken and a selection of sandwiches, salads, as well as grab-and-go hot food options that meet your taste. Drop by, call in, order online, or download their super convenient mobile app. Local delivery is available too, and always count on Sinclair quality gasoline at all 3 locations with diesel too at CJ Express East in Marysville and Frankfort.
That's good news.
Welcome back. We're just trying to sort out what's happening here on the field. Looks like they're going to carry him off. Maybe a right leg, right ankle injury.
Injured player, KJ Holub. They're being very ginger with him coming off the field. I was a little bit worried at first. Dr. John Hasty comes down, and he stays on the Marysville sideline in case any of the Marysville players need anything. And obviously, of course, anything happens in the field of play for the visitors, he'll give them the attention too. And when he comes out on the field, it's usually
not a good
sign, but able to get him over to the sideline there over largely his own power, a couple of help from his teammates. So that's always a good sign. Football injuries are just a part of it, Brian. It's just a factor in the game.
It definitely is. KJ Holub, he is a 6'4" senior. We hope the best for him. Here's your next Hiawatha play. It's a quick pass, same that we saw early on, completed. Good enough for just a first down, not much more. But what is that, 3 plays, 2 first downs already for Hiawatha?
Right. I didn't see who caught that one.
It was 15 again.
Okay.
Josh Smith, same play, ran just opposite direction.
What they're doing is, it's just quick snap, throw it to the flat, and see if he can get behind a blocker. Much better defended that time in the open field there by Peyton Smith, who was able to track him down for after just a 7-yard gain.
But you don't like to say just a 7-yard
No,
gain.
something needs to
Never.
be addressed there to adjust to that so that play is taken away.
Right. Run inside, makes the first line miss, gets up. He's going to get 5 yards on first down.
That's a big fella.
Yeah, 44.
I don't have him.
His name is Cameron Winder.
What number do you got him in his actual?
He's just out of order in the Hiawatha playbook. He's over.
There it is.
He's an offensive lineman. They must have changed his number when they had all these injuries.
6'02", sophomore. Barreled there for 5.
Yep. So the Hiawatha Redhawks supplied us with their offensive starters, and so far half the names we've been calling aren't even on the list they provided me. 2nd and 5. Handoff inside.
Nothing doing this time. Maybe a yard.
Bulldogs finally getting a good stop here. Number 22, Josh Monaghan, the ball carrier. Keeping a lot of Hiawatha Redhawks involved in the offense. 3rd and 4 coming up after that 1-yard gain. 6 minutes and 38 seconds to go in the first quarter. Marysville took an early 7-0 lead. Hiawatha in their first possession.
6th play of the drive upcoming, and it's a big one.
Ashton Rocky gets the snap. He's passing on 3rd down. Completed. He's 3 for 3 now. Same receiver.
Smith, yeah.
And same result as the prior 2 is 10 yards.
Yeah. Just a regular old slant. And basically just right in front of Colton Shoddy, who's given up 10, 12 yards. And a good job by Roki, looking good throwing the football. Nice balance from Hiawatha. The 7th play of this drive upcoming. 3 rushes, 3 passes.
Here's your first down play in Marysville territory. Your snap, it's option away. Quarterback keeps it. He's very quick. He gets to the second level. He might go the distance. 10.
Gone.
Touchdown.
40-yard TD run. Some things to clean up there by the Marysville defense for sure. That was not a good defensive series by the Marysville Bulldogs by any stretch. That was just speed option to the far side. He found a lane and went untouched 40 yards. Somebody's got to have the quarterback in that sequence. There's just no way there isn't someone assigned to that.
Extra point pending. Number 7, Xavier Oldham is the kicker. Your snap. Kick is up. Seems good from here. It is good. 7-7. Tie ball game.
Your hometown partner with any do-it-yourself project is Hometown Lumber of Marysville and Axtell Lumber of Axtell. Serving the community for over 20 years, expert knowledge accompanied by a helpful smile and reassuring handshake will tell you you're in the right place. With all your building needs, they are ready to help you. Stocked with a full line of lumber and hardware to go along with tools, plumbing supplies, paint, and lawn and garden, you'll leave knowing you've made the right choice by stopping at Axtell Lumber and Hometown Lumber in Marysville.
Welcome back. So Hiawatha marches down the field with no issues at all. 40-yard touchdown run by quarterback Ashton Roki. Extra point was good, 7-7. Marysville looked excellent on offense, but maybe not the best on defense.
Yeah, there's some things to clean up, and the good news is it's all clean-upable, if you don't mind me creating a word here on the spot.
Sure.
And by that, what I mean is that, look, the corners are given 7 to 8 yards cushion, and they're playing head up. You move them to 4 yards, put them inside, slant's gone. Then the other thing you have to do is you have to be mindful of that little flat pass, and somebody's got to be assigned to it, come up and make that open field tackle. And frankly, I don't know what happened on that option. I guarantee you somebody got chewed out about that because there is assignment. Someone is assigned to that quarterback, and he wasn't there. And so you got to get that fixed.
Here's your kickoff. That same
Offside.
Yep.
We'll do this one again from 5 yards further back.
So it was kicked right to Schaefer again. I think Schaefer handled this one, but it didn't matter. Hiawatha was offside, so instead of kicking from the 40, they'll move it back to the 35.
So there's two reasons to do that particular kick. One is that you are afraid of the kick returner. Two is, and which is largely the case here, you don't have a guy who can get it to the kick returner. You get it on the ground, you hope for a big hop somewhere, helps you get down there and cover that football much quicker.
I feel like Xavier Oldham has a decent leg. I love the squib kick. That is a difficult ball to return right there. Yep. Schaefer gets it at the 40 instead of 35. He returns it for 2 or 3 yards. That's all you're going to get unless somebody just really blows coverage, which anytime somebody really blows coverage on a kickoff,
that's how you get them almost every time.
Right. So
good field position here for the Bulldogs, starting at their own 44 on this second possession. It's 5:33 to go first quarter, 7-7. Both drives kind of looked exactly the same, except for Hiawatha threw the football. But a little bit here, a little bit there, then boom, big play.
I felt like Hiawatha maybe moved the ball with a little more ease.
Certainly more balance. Marysville hasn't thrown it yet, and I don't expect them to anytime soon.
No need. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. First down is past midfield. Hand up to Peyton Smith, running very hard. He's going to get 8 or 9 on first down.
Just hits that hole in such a hurry.
And he hit that hole in a hurry, but number 50, who is that? I want to shout him out.
That's Andre.
He was blocking 9-10 yards down the field. And that's Peyton Smith running at a full sprint. So Walton pushing that Hiawatha defender very far.
Well, and right now, offensively, Marysville is just absolutely controlling the line of scrimmage. The Hiawatha front four is not a factor.
Which means 2nd and 2 shouldn't be an issue.
Right.
Man in motion. Rook gets the ball. He's got it. He's going to keep it, roll out to the other way. To the 40.
Fast.
He's quick, but he's also fast. He hits that edge in a hurry, and then, man, when he gets gaining some speed, he's gone.
20 yards on that kick.
Yeah, he's going to get up to the 33-yard line, Hiawatha. And
4 carries, 71 yards.
Wow, pretty good
so
average.
He's had big nights the last 3 weeks, and here he is early on with over 70 yards in the first quarter again. It's been really fun to watch that maturation progress process and just see him become the football player that he's become.
Yeah. 1st and 10 Bulldogs. And in motion. Pitch from Rook to Rhett. Rhett passes the 30 up to the 20, where he's brought down just inside the 20. Give him the 19 for 14 yards and a first down. And I don't want to take anything away from Rhett on that. Rhett ran the ball very well, but the blocking is phenomenal.
It's great. And Rhett and Rook, of course, the twin seniors. Rook, the 3-year starter. Rhett, a 2-year scratch that. Rhett, the 3-year starter. Rook, a 2-year starter. Rook's going to beat Rhett in a foot race, but I think when it comes to strength, that's where Rhett has the advantage. A little bit bigger, a little bit stronger.
Put him in the Oklahoma drill and see.
Yeah.
Right? 1st and 10, 9-yard line to gain for the Bulldogs. Here's your snap. Fake handoff to Peyton Smith, option away. Pitches it at the 15. He puts a huge block. And it's, my goodness, what a block in his end zone. But give Rook Williams some credit. He just pancaked 2 guys.
Yeah, he did. Yes, he did. And that's that part of that maturation process I was talking about is that it's one thing. And frankly, it's easier if you're athletically gifted to have 50-yard and 80-yard runs. That's one thing. But to go out and make tackles across the field that save touchdowns and possibly games, and then to go ahead and when you pitch it to become the best blocker in the sequence, that's really fun.
Wow, extra points up. Kicked really well and good. Marysville's back on top, 14-7. We're going to keep it right here.
3:53 to go in this first quarter, 21 points on the board, 3 possessions, 3 scores, 2 for Marysville, 1 for Hiawatha. Frankly, it's been the big play coupled with what I would characterize as some poor tackling and missed assignments. Well, which team am I talking about? The answer is yes.
Yes. It's a defense optional sort of game so far.
Well, yeah, it kind of looks like a 4 or 5 years ago Big 12 matchup, maybe.
Or last night's game. If you got bored with the NFL Thursday night football, which if you weren't bored by that, then you like to watch paint dry. But on the other channel was Baylor playing West Virginia, and that sucker was 40-43 in the third quarter.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't know how it ended. I got bored by that, too.
Well, let's hope we don't get fast break football here. I really believe that what I've seen so far is that Marysville is the more bigger, faster, stronger football team. But what I also believe is that Hiawatha has taken advantage of some Marysville defensive deficiencies.
Agreed.
And if those aren't cleaned up, this could be a long night.
You can tell that Hiawatha watched that Rock Creek film. Hey, here's a recipe on how to beat Marysville.
For sure.
Because Marysville's defense isn't that bad, but definitely has some weaknesses.
Open field tackling.
Yep.
And guarding the up close pass.
Well, they give 17 yards and it's free. Here's your kick, high and short.
Bounced on the ground again.
Yep.
Fake reserve, it's full threat.
It's up to the 40, up to the 45. Thankfully, somebody saves the tackle for Marysville. But it looked like he was in the middle of the field and nobody was keyed in on the runner.
Devin Mathis.
Return man was Josh Smith, who's been very involved.
And Devin Mathis was the defender there that made sure that Smith got tackled. Smith has been a big part of this offense. 3 catches for 29 yards already.
1st and 10 for Hiawatha at their own 45, Marysville 45 to gain. 3:46 to go in the first quarter. Marysville on top 14-7. It's been defense optional. No, not much for stops. No negative plays. Lots of big plays. There's your snap. Roki hands it off.
Boom. Peyton just smoked over.
Pretty good hit in the middle, but he's going to get 3 yards. 22, I think, is the ball carrier, Josh Monaghan.
I had 7 old.
Okay, yep.
And
they both got up from that pile, and I called the other one.
It was a nice collision, just boom, right at the linebacker level, and that's the way you want it.
Oldham's listed as 5'10", 170.
Giving up, 35, 45 pounds to Peyton.
In a few inches, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Got hit by the bigger man. 2nd and 7. There's your snap. Pass. Looking deep. Should be intercepted, and it is. Is that Devin Toker?
Yes, no, that's Colton Shoddy.
Colton Shoddy with the interception.
That ball was just a lame duck the whole time up in the air. And Shoddy became the offensive player. And I think that was our friend, the one you listed at 6'4" and 105 pounds.
Yeah,
something.
it was, yes.
Yeah.
Caden
Morton.
6'4", 158.
And he couldn't get to position, and he wasn't able to get high enough to get over top of Colton Shoddy. That ball was underthrown by about 7 yards.
If the defender didn't see it, it'd have fallen harmlessly to the ground. Because
for sure.
Because it was not in the neighborhood of anybody. But Marysville went back and made a play on it. 1st down, Bulldogs. Pass on 1st down. Rook scrambles. Still has, he throws it late. A little high to Will Otot, incomplete.
I would have liked to have seen him go ahead and run that one. He shedded a defender who was attempting to tackle him. He kind of just flipped him off or flipped him away with his free arm. And we don't want to say the other.
It was number 16, Ren Hageman, 5'8" freshman.
Is that right?
Yeah. He's the next quarterback in line, so hopefully he doesn't get hurt.
What the heck's he doing in the game? Attacking quarterback.
Yeah, we've already had injuries down in this game for Hiawatha, and we knew they had a lot of injuries coming in. Blown play. Rook's usually pretty good at making those into something positive. This time, really no gain.
No.
Give him a yard, I guess. 3rd and 9 coming up. Not sure who. Oh, it was Peyton Smith. He went the wrong way.
They had trouble with that a week ago with the and I actually talked to Tommy about that, and he was telling me it's just a mistake because it's not a misunderstanding of the numbering system or anything like that. Odds go left and evens go right.
Yeah.
And just a mistake.
Well, 3rd and 9, either way. Here's your snap. Quick pass. Caught.
That's red.
Going to be close to a first down.
Very, very close. Going to depend on the spot. Where do you want him down? When he rolled over and hit the ground, or on his way to that rollover? And they're going to say when he hit the ground, which I think is very much the right call, frankly.
I'm impressed with how quickly they called that a first down and just moved those chains because it was really close.
Yes, it was. But that's the beauty of this turf field, perfectly lined, perfectly marked, and flat.
Not much room for human error. 1st and 10, Bulldogs. Midfield to gain. First play is a handoff inside for a few yards. I believe it's Peyton Smith. It is.
It is.
For 2, maybe 3. Let's see what they...
I think we'll give him 3.
Yep, give him 3.
It's just that option die play. It's the first of 3 in the sequence on the option. You can give it to Peyton Smith. You can pull it, actually 4. You can pull it and follow him. You can pull it and attack the edge. You can pull it, attack the edge, and then ultimately pitch. There's been, the pitch has done pretty well to Otot early in the ball game.
2nd and 7 for Marysville. Man in motion. Handoff inside. Peyton Smith gets to the second level. Give him 7 or 8, maybe even 9. 8 yards officially.
Yep.
Up to the 51.
4 carries, 23 yards for Peyton Smith.
Marysville back in Hiawatha territory. Made a stop on their last defensive side.
They're going to have to run one more play in this first quarter, 30 and counting, and the play clock's at 19.
14-7, Bulldogs on top with the ball. Brooke gets the snap. Hands it off inside to Peyton Smith, and he just runs that linebacker over.
Literally ran over 2 of Hiawatha's players on that play.
For 8 yards, and that's going to bring us to the end of the first quarter. We have Marysville on top, 14-7. We'll be right back.
Honeyman Auto Sales and Service. Drive by or check inventory online at honeymanauto.com. You can even schedule a test drive online as well. With lots of choices, Honeyman works to make yours the best buying experience with customer service a top priority. Competitive pricing, knowledgeable staff, and superior customer service right here at home. With a full service shop and a selection of both cars and trucks in all price ranges, see Honeyman Auto Sales and Service, East Pony Express Highway, Marysville, today.
Welcome back. Homer Hanson Stadium, Pat Landau Memorial Field at the Landau Family Sports Complex. Brian Crott and Jason Brenninger bringing you some Marysville football on senior night. Jason listed off all 15 of Marysville's seniors, and Marysville taking care of business so far, 14-7 over the Hiawatha Redhawks.
Well, and they did it in traditional Marysville fashion as they've gotten along in this season, and by doing so with hard running, good blocking, a couple missed tackles, turning into big plays. And Will Otot, 19-yard touchdown run. The second one came on after the quarterback pitched it, making 2 decent blocks downfield on top of that. Just amazing effort.
Absolutely. Blocking has been extraordinary for Marysville tonight. Definitely winning the battle of the trenches, which is something you talk about that usually will dictate a game. But Hiawatha on their first possession had no issues at all. Second possession, turnover.
Well, I think Hiawatha got a little greedy. And there might have been some reasons and justification for that, but maybe the adjustment to that flat pass just wasn't done yet, and you try to go deep on that. Defense was there, and the ball was well underthrown.
2nd and short for the Bulldogs. Handoff inside. Peyton's been running hard. Spins over the linebackers, gets to the defensive backs, I don't know how many yards, but it's maybe 8 more, which has been pretty common.
From the 42 to the 33. Let's say 8 on
8 or 9. 1st and 10. Marysville's runners are running hard. Offensive line's doing their job.
Well, and, we rattled off 15 seniors to start this game, and of those 15 seniors, 2 wide receivers, 2 running backs, and a quarterback are all seniors.
Sure snap. Hand up to Will Otot. Will Otot makes a cutback up the middle. Oh, man, he's going to score. What an excellent cutback. 33-yard touchdown run by Will Otot.
A non-senior in that backfield. 33 yards on that.
Yep.
Will Otot, 3 carries, 2 touchdowns.
How about that cut?
57 yards on that, and a lot to look forward to in the future for that young man.
Yes, sir.
He played some quarterback in the mock-up duty a week ago, and he threw a touchdown pass. I was told that Coach Trimble misread his wristband, and he called the wrong play.
Oh, my. That's amazing. Extra points up. It is good. We're going to keep it right here. Marysville takes the lead 21-7 over Hiawatha.
So a great response by the Marysville Bulldogs. Great opening drive, got their touchdown. Then Hiawatha came back and got one on their own, especially with the big play. You wonder how they're going to respond, or because you basically have 2 choices at that point. There's really only 2. All right, we're going to get after them. We're going to get these guys because we're better than them. Or, oh my gosh, we're in a football game, and then the next thing you know, you're in a football game for 3.5 quarters. Right now, Marysville is taking command of this football game, 21-7, 11-14 to go second quarter, and they appear to be, at this particular point in time, just kind of have it by the throat a little bit.
They do, but I still felt like Hiawatha could do what they wanted to do. So the turnover might have been a bad play call. You had kind of alluded to that. I'm just going to say it.
You want that at some point. I think it might have been too soon to try and get it.
Yeah. So I think if Marysville stops Hiawatha at what they should be doing here, which is, running between the tackles or the quick passes out, the quarterback scramble, if Marysville can stop them at that, then yes, Marysville will be 100% in the driver's seat. Either way, they're on top 21-7. Kickoff pending here by Jack Flowers.
You told me that the Hiawatha quarterback was 3 for 4 for 29 yards and an INT. I would be hard-pressed to believe that was your third guy.
Yeah.
So, he's played pretty well.
Yeah. Yeah, he's very athletic. He's very fast. Mm-hmm. When he hit that edge earlier, and he should have been hit by another defensive back.
Here we go.
Squib kick all the way down to the 7 or 8. Oh, almost perfectly fielded. Not bad fielded. How about a tackle at 14 at the 14-yard line? Very negative field position for Hiawatha. Number 7 with the tackle of Marysville.
Abilene leads Augusta 14-0 and other around the NCKL scores. And very difficult field position for Hiawatha here.
Devin Mathis was that tackler.
Well, Devin's done a good job on the last 2 kickoffs.
Yeah.
Saved a touchdown. Well, I don't know if he saved a touchdown, but he saved a lot of field position.
Yeah. It could have went to this. 1st and 10 Hiawatha, starting deep in their own territory. Man in motion. Roki throws, quick slant in. Hit pretty hard after he catches it, but he does catch it. Lots of yards. 7.
And
too many.
Smith again.
Smith's got, 4 now?
4 for 36, and that when they went back to that slant, and everything's been at Colton Shoddy, except for one of the swing passes. So they're not picking on Rook Williams, the corner, which is now on our near side of the field, far side a series ago. They're going at Colton Shoddy right now. We'll see how Colton responds.
He just made him pay with an interception. Hopefully he can do it here again. 2nd and 3. I believe it's a run inside by number 5.
Yeah, Roki, the quarterback, kept it.
There's a flag. I see a signal as a hold. Hiawatha's already backed up. So it would have been about a yard short. So about 3rd and 1.
So we'll redo it. Beloit 14, Concordia 0 at the end of 1.
illegal procedure call. 5 yards back. 2nd and 3 becomes 2nd and 8. Replay the down. 10:20 to go until halftime. Marysville on top 21-7. 2 Will Otot touchdowns. 4 minutes apart. Hiawatha is set. Here's their 2nd and 8 play.
We got a stoppage here, yeah. What do we got? Timeout in Marysville?
Timeout Hiawatha because there's 0 on the play clock.
Oh, very good. We'll take a quick break with them. 21-7 Bulldogs over the Red Hawks.
Generations have relied on Kinsley's of Marysville, the Padden Funeral Chapel in Frankfort, Hanover Mortuary, Ward Funeral Homes of Lynn and Washington, and Landreth Axtell Funeral Home. You can continue to rely on the professional experience that they provide and the heartfelt concern that they offer each family that they serve. Caring concern in your family's time of need.
Welcome back. So Marysville on top 21-7. Should have been, or it was really close to a delayed game. Michael Downard for Hiawatha saves it with Hiawatha's first timeout. Teams are still on the sideline. What have we seen so far, Jason?
Well, I was going to give you another league score real quick.
Yeah, what do you got?
I've got Chapman trailing Heston 24-8, 11:52 in the half. Going out of this 5-team district's got everybody kind of discombobulated. Is it a district game? Is it not a district game? When are we doing that? So Concordia is out of district tonight with Beloit actually out of division. Yeah. Beloit 2A, Concordia 3A. But, so here we go. Marysville looking to get a stop here, 2nd and 8.
Roki under center gets the snap. They've got him rolling out the pass.
Wide open.
Got a wide open receiver at the 30. Tackled up to the 35. Big gain. Almost 20 yards. Give him 19. Low tot on the tackle, but way too many yards.
Yeah, it was a rollout and a flood pattern there. And wide open in that zone.
Hiawatha at their own 35.
Well, what a well-thrown football, wasn't it?
It really was.
Just found that seam and shut it right in there on the run. Lot to like here from Ashton Roki.
Roki drops back. He's going to pass again. It's caught, and that is a huge hit.
Colton Shoddy and Peyton Smith both landed on him at the same time. He stood down.
I think it was Rhett Williams who hit him, wasn't it?
Was it?
It was Rhett, number 8.
Oh, yeah. Right.
It was Rhett Williams who delivered that blow, and he is not getting up.
It was brutal. It was brutal.
Not only do you get hit by Rhett Williams, who's coming in, he was coming with his ears pinned back, but then he hit the ground. There were 2 impacts. Gain of 3.
Yeah, I'm not sure who caught it. Up now?
No.
Now he is.
They picked him up.
Is it Smith?
He's shaking up. No, it's number 3 for them.
Connor Kettler.
He's a sophomore. Everybody took a knee. I thought this might be a long break, but nope. He popped right back up. He shook his head and he ran off.
Well, I mean, that impact,
yeah.
If it doesn't hurt and still scare you a bit, and you ask yourself, is my body really supposed to take this? Yeah. And then some of us are just a glutton for it and just want more and more.
Sure.
So, yes, it was Red who's playing basically a strong safety position back there, and Colton Shoddy. They both arrived at the same time. 3 and 8.
Yep. Yeah, his read on a pass should be to take a couple steps back, and he did, but then he sprinted forward and collided. Here's your 2nd down play. It's a handoff inside. I think he lost
yards. Yep, I think he lost yards.
Marysville winning the battle of the trenches. 22, I believe, got up with the ball. Yep.
That's Monahan. He's not had real good luck. I'm going to give him 0 officially. He's got 2 carries for a yard.
Didn't want to take that yard away from him. 3rd down and 8.
But, this is huge here, right here, this play, because you can't really go for it on 4th down, and you really don't want to give up the football if you're Hiawatha. So they're going to really put a lot of effort into this play to gain a 1st down.
8:20 to go until halftime. Pass. Thrown deep. He's got the receiver. Oh, just not quite thrown far enough. Not a terrible pass.
No, good coverage over there.
Yep. Josh Smith, the intended receiver, he was standing at the Marysville 30 when that ball hit the ground.
Shotty was trailing by a step, and then Rhett Williams got over there to kind of shut it off, and the defender didn't really have an angle to go to adjust to the football, and that's where the good defense came in.
Marysville on top 21-7. Punt return man is back. It's Rhett Williams.
Only about 25 yards from the line of scrimmage is Rhett. He's creeping up, too.
4th and 8.
Some confusion about their line-up for Hiawatha.
Hiawatha in their own territory. He's got a punt. Nearly blocked. Low. Rhett was in the exact right spot, but he didn't catch it. Picks it up at the 45. Past the 40, a flag comes in. Past the 50, he's into Hiawatha territory, but the flag there is never good.
No, it's not. That's absolutely right. That's going to be 10 yards backwards from right there. That's between the 42 and the 43, so Marysville will start somewhere between the 32 and 33.
Punt that didn't get nearly that far.
No, a good break there for Hiawatha, is that Marysville's not going to have near the field position that they could have. And Rhett had returned that into Hiawatha territory.
Flag was thrown right at Rook, so might have been Rook's blocking the back penalty that pulled his brother's return back. But either way, 1st and 10, Marysville.
Officially the 32.
8 minutes to go until halftime. Marysville on top 21-7. Just got the ball back after a stop.
Oh, I don't think you can do that.
Nope, you got to call timeout.
Got away with it.
Breaking the huddle with too many men. Got away with it. Hand up to the second man. There was Will Otot, who's already had a heck of a first half, a heck of a game in the first half. Give him 11 more.
11?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you say so. That's 68 yards on 4 carries and 2 touchdowns for Will Otot. And he had a nice spin move there.
From the 32 to the 43, first down Marysville. Yeah, Will Otot's going to be very exciting to watch for the next 2 years.
So the outcome of this game lies in the balance of these next few Marysville plays. If they get into the end zone and go up 28-7 here, it's really, really going to be some tough uphill sledding for Hiawatha to stick around.
Here's your play. Rook gets the snap. It's a quarterback sneak. They've done this before out in the middle of the field. It works again. 5 yards. There must be a read that they have there.
Yep, you're absolutely right.
No one shadowing that center there. Just run.
Obviously, that works a little bit better in 4-man fronts than it does in 5. And if you can get 5 yards on just one exchange, quarterback to center, and everybody's just bulldozing forward, isn't any real reason to do much else.
2nd and 5, Marysville looks at the wristbands. Hopefully they get the right play on this one.
Right.
Will's not calling it, though. Here's your 2nd and 5 play. Hand up to the second man through, who is Rhett. Lots of deception happened in that play. It fooled me. Give him, 7?
Yep.
Give him 7 yards for Rhett Williams. Fake handoff to Peyton Smith, who was running like he had.
Yes, and that's the key to that. And in fact, our junior high football team, our 7th grade, was the victim of 5 inadvertent whistles this year because we got such good fakes from the dive man.
Then you replay the down.
And that's an absolute design, no snap play where you run a motion into the backfield, you get a hard count, and you see what the offense or the defense does, and the defense jumped off sides, and the official tried to mark it the wrong way there to begin with. He started moving Marysville backwards and had to do a 180 and get it going the right way.
Yeah, Rhett starts to go in motion. There's the hard count, and I think the entire defensive line for Hiawatha jumped off sides. 1st and 5 for Marysville in Hiawatha territory. 6 minutes to go until half. Handoff up the middle to Peyton Smith. Gets deep into that secondary again. Every time we call his name, it's 8 yards. I think it is again. It is exactly 8. Was that 3 or 4 for 8 now?
Yeah. His last 4 have all been for 8.
There you go.
7 carries, 47 yards.
First down, Marysville, on the Hiawatha 31. Marysville gets the play from the sideline. They don't huddle up. Checking their wristbands. Rook under center. Tremont Hornbeak behind him. Snap. Fake to Hornbeak. Quarterback still has it. Not much doing there. Started at the 31. Did he? 31 to the 28. It is 3. Oh, I see a flag in the middle of the field.
Uh-oh.
And it's against Marysville.
Oh. Hard to believe from where that flag is that hold had any impact on the play. And I bring that up not because he shouldn't have thrown the flag, but it shouldn't have been a hold. You should not have held. If you get beat in your block, that's when you hold. When it's going to impact the play.
Mm-hmm.
If you're the wide receiver on the far side of the field and it's going to the near side of the field on the edge, if you missed your block, you missed your block. Don't hold.
Yeah. Yep. And once again, that flag's 5 yards downfield, so that's 5 yards downfield is where Marysville's offensive line was blocking. We've got a whistle for some stoppage here. Timeout, Hiawatha, their second. We're going to keep it right here. What do you see from a stats viewpoint? Marysville doing everything they want?
Very good, yeah. I mean, you got Rook Williams, who's got 7 carries for 80 yards. And then you got Will Otot right behind him, 4 for 68. And then Peyton Smith's got 7 for 47. Those would be nice numbers from your 3 leading rushers at the end of a football game. And we've got a half plus to go here. Alternatively, Hiawatha just Rokie's got the 40-yard touchdown run. You take that away, and Hiawatha has 12 yards rushing. Okay, so one mess up there at the line of scrimmage, or not tackling the quarterback in the open field. Otherwise, defensively, Marysville looking pretty good stopping the run. Not so much stopping the pass. Now, they have the INT, and that's a big point in their favor. But it seems like Hiawatha can throw the football and get chunks at fairly easy terms.
This deep into the season, you see the scores that Hiawatha's putting up. They're losing games 61-0, and I was thinking ahead of this game, this is not even going to be a great learning opportunity for Marysville. They're gonna hand it to Hiawatha. There's not going to be anything to gain other than the win on the schedule.
That's not been the case.
No, this has been very
good opportunity to work on some things from the defensive pass defense side.
Absolutely. Marysville back out on the field. 4:55 until half. Fake handoff inside. Rook dancing around as he just makes 3 guys miss. 5. He's still on his feet. 20-15-10, 5 touchdown. How in the world? 6 or 7 broken tackles.
Yeah.
And the offensive line beats him to the end zone to celebrate with him.
37 yards and his second touchdown. Listen, I said a potential all-state player.
Wow.
I am telling you right now that if he isn't making some all-state teams, somebody dropped the ball. Because this is one dynamic runner who is putting up good stats.
Jack Lauer on for the extra point. High snap. Will Otot's going to pass. Jump ball for Rhett Williams. That 2-point conversion is good. 2 points.
That was Devin Tomer.
Oh, was it?
Yep.
Nice. Will Otot, I don't know if that was designed or if it was just a high snap. I don't know. Will Otot to Devin Tomer. Marysville 29. Hiawatha 7. And you said that was a key stop that Hiawatha had to make.
Yes.
They did not.
And no, the 29-7, 4:41 to go in the second quarter. The game's over. Absent Marysville's purposeful initiation of we insist you get back in this football game by a couple of turnovers. There is nothing that Hiawatha can do to get back in this football game on their own. Marysville must assist in the process.
Yeah. which we're not going to say that they're good enough that they
Oh,
they
it's not
might
possible.
not.
This is high school football. I've seen some wild, crazy things over the years. But one of the things you usually don't see is a team dominating another, and then that stops.
Yes. And Hiawatha had a lot of success on their first drive. Marysville wasn't able to stop them at all, and haven't done anything since. 4:41 to go until halftime. Marysville just took the lead 29-7. 2-point conversion there by a throw from Will Ocott to Devin Tomer. The jump ball in the end zone was good. Jack Lauer, this time caught it to 21. Ran back up to the 30, 35. Dances around at the 40. He's going to go down shortly there.
Connor Kettler, the return man, very patient return, kind of picked, found his way downfield. Good return. It was actually fun to watch.
Brett Williams gets the tackle. Stays on the field for defense.
Hiawatha will start at their own 41 and already a desperate situation. Touchdown, interception, punt. They ran 14 plays. This will be their 5th offensive play. Marysville close to twice that.
Ashton Roke's proven he can throw the ball. Wasn't very far off on that deep fly to Josh Smith. Just needed a couple more yards, and that might have been touched another. No, Josh didn't get that touchdown, but it would have been a touchdown for him. Handoff inside, and he's going to take it to the 3rd level for a first down. Josh Monahan, number 22.
Monahan finally finding some room to run.
Yeah, didn't you say he had 1 yard up to that?
Yes.
From the
12.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yep.
41 up to not the 53, but the 40 or 47. 1st and 10 Hiawatha in Marysville territory. Now, you said this game's over. If Hiawatha scores here before half and keeps Marysville off the score,
well, they get a chance to double up, which works like a turnover. What they have to do is get it in the end zone with very little time for Marysville to do anything with it.
Because they haven't proven their ability to stop Marysville.
No.
Yep. Agreed. Handoff inside. 2 yards, whoever the runner is, for Hiawatha. All of Marysville's defense in on the tackle. Number 44, Cameron Winder.
Just 2 on the carry.
He's listed as an offensive lineman in my playbook.
Hiawatha has 1 timeout. I'm not of the opinion that that's a factor yet. It could be with 3:20 to go in this first half that they wish they'd had one of those in their back pocket as this drive continues.
Here's your play. It's a run. Your 2nd and 8 play is a run for Hiawatha in Marysville territory. He's going to get, 7?
That Monahan again.
Monahan for 7. So he had 1 yard on his previous, 3 carries?
Right.
His
2,
last
yep.
2.
For 20.
Go for 20.
Yep. 3rd and 1. Now, this is definitely an opportunity here for Hiawatha to get 2 bites at this apple. If they don't get it here, they'll certainly go for it on 4th down.
Do you take a shot at the end zone here? Let's play this like it's a 2nd and 1?
Probably not.
Get your first down.
Probably not. You want to get your first down.
And that's exactly what they're going to do. Quarterback sneak is good for 2 yards. Ashton Roke.
What's confusing about what I've seen in this first half from Hiawatha offensively is they ran that speed option 1 time for a 40-yard touchdown, and we haven't seen it since. How do you know if Marysville's properly adjusted to it if you don't go back to it?
That's a great point. Maybe it's something they're saving.
I wonder, but if you're saving, you better take out your coupon book now and cash in that savings.
1st and 10 Hiawatha. Need to get down to the Marysville 26 for a first down.
Little reverse action.
Yeah. A little deception of their own.
Fooled.
Connor Kettler, the ball carrier for Hiawatha. Give him 2. Deception is the name of the game for Marysville. They're not going to be easily fooled.
Clock stoppage here.
Yeah, there's a Hiawatha Red Hawk way out of bounds. Colton Shoddy and this Hiawatha player where the old girls long jump sand pit used to be. There is a Hiawatha player down, and they've stopped the game for it.
I don't understand it. See what happened. He's 35 yards probably 30 to 35 yards away from the line of scrimmage, clear over on the Hiawatha sideline.
And it was on a running play.
Yeah.
And they've called for the doctor again.
There goes the doctor. So why are we staying here? Well, it's because we have to. We're one spot away from the halftime gig, and we're going to just keep that intact. So we will just tell you right now, thank you to all of the Marysville Bulldog boosters. The sports boosters are the ones that make this happen so we can bring these games to you. If you're not a booster, thank a booster. Patronize a booster. Continue to allow us to broadcast these games for you. If you're not a booster and you want to be one, contact Bruce or Max at K&DY. They'll take care of you. They will get you on the list, and we will play your spot. And we're glad to bring you Marysville Bulldog football. Jason Brendiger, Brian Crott, the birthday boy. Happy birthday, Brian.
Hey, thanks.
27, correct?
27.
All right.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to you.
I am somewhere in there, yeah. So, minute 45 to go until halftime. 29-7, Marysville on top, but Hiawatha put together a drive of their own. They've had a lot of injuries this year. They're on their third-string quarterback. He does not look like a third-string quarterback.
No, he does not.
But
our young man is up over there, and that's good news.
They've got another injury, and that's why I bring it up. But
I'll bring it up for this point. Mike was told, or Coach Downer told the Marysville coaches, I'll play on Monday, absent one more injury. So if any of these kids that are, if that's not a senior that's hurt tonight, then they're going to have to cancel their Monday game. Marysville lost last Monday's game. Valley Heights just didn't have enough. And those Monday games are vital to the development of your program.
That's a great point. It was a junior that went down earlier. Number 13, Caden Morton, went down earlier. So Monday's game is definitely
it's in jeopardy for sure. So right now, this game is in jeopardy for Hiawatha. They've got 1:45 to go to try to climb back within 2 scores, and they've got 2nd and 8 at the Marysville 39 to do it.
Their play. There's your snap. Quarterback keeper. He's very quick. He needs the edge. He doesn't get it.
No, Shoddy wouldn't allow him to have it, and if he would have turned in, there was Rhett just waiting for him.
Did he get anything?
Now we can see here on the spot. I thought he got a yard, but where they're spotting it, they're going to lose a yard.
He lost a yard, yeah.
So a much better job of containing the edge that time. If you can't get it turned in, you have to string it out all the way to the out of bounds, and that was done well that time.
I'm sure you hit the nail on the head earlier that somebody got their butt ripped on the sideline.
Yeah, for sure. There's no question that there was a Marysville defensive player that was assigned to the quarterback on that option.
Well,
there's also no question that assignment was missed.
And they're having issues getting a play in this Hiawatha, and they're going to be forced to use their third and final timeout. And we were worried if the first two were going to come into play. I guarantee now.
Yeah, that's scoring so much more difficult. High school football, how can you stop the clock without a timeout? You got to go out of bounds. You got to have an incomplete pass, or you can get a first down. But the first down is a temporary stop. If you're in a hurry after achieving a first down, you can get up and spike it, but that wastes a down. And we've seen that so many times where it's 3rd and goal, and then you run a play, and now it's 4th and goal. Whereas if you didn't have to spike it, you could have still had one more play to run before 4th down. So critical timeout there for Hiawatha to have to take.
Mismanaged by their staff because the quarterback was already over there.
He's right there.
Give him the play because Hiawatha huddles up every time, and they like to use every second on that play clock. Whereas most teams nowadays hardly use it. So, we put in these beautiful play clocks, but most teams don't even need it because they get 6 or 7 seconds into it. Hiawatha uses all 25 seconds every time, and this time it bites them for the second time. 3rd and 9. Option our way. No, he's rolled out the pass. He throws it.
Great catch.
It's caught by number 7, Xavier Oldham. He's got some rushing yards, but no receiving until that. But it's only going to be a gain of 6.
Yeah, so not only is that 4th down, clock is running, you have no timeouts, you can't spike it to stop the clock because that would turn it over on downs.
We're right at a minute to go.
You got to call your best play here, and it's just now coming into the huddle with 14 to go on the play clock. There's going to have to be in a hurry to get this thing snapped.
52, 51, 50. No time left on the play clock again. There's your snap. This time it is option. It's pitched early. He's going to get the first down all the way down to the 16-yard line.
Not defended well at all.
And out of bounds, so the clock is stopped. Number 3, Connor Kettler for Hiawatha, the ball carrier. Just a sophomore.
You got to count on that yardage.
33 to the 16.
Wow.
17 yards.
Not defended well by that far side of the Marysville defense at all.
Marysville's assignment football has not been perfect tonight. Here's a triple option. He gives to the dive back, which I don't like.
That couldn't have been better for the Marysville defense.
I don't like that.
Clock got to run, no timeouts. Hiawatha's got to go right to the line of scrimmage.
4-yard gain.
And who was that? Was that?
I'll tell you here in a second. I'm still looking at him. I can't see his number.
Okay.
Second down, they get up quickly. They do the same play again for maybe a loss of 1. So it's the same guy again.
It was, okay, so 22. Monahan got 4 and then 0.
So the play is called as triple option, and they're just running as many times as they can. However, he gave it both times. Maybe that's his read. Maybe it's the correct read. But with this much time...
4.4 seconds, and they just had to spike it to stop the clock. This is be the 12th play of this drive coming up for Hiawatha.
Wow.
But it's going to be the last play of this drive.
4.4 seconds to go until halftime. The give on the dive there is just... You can't do that.
It's really, really strange. I can't believe that they're satisfied with that being the call, especially when the edge has been there. I've seen 3 option plays run by Hiawatha, 2 of them very successfully, and why that isn't going more to the edge, I don't know.
Well, if it's triple option,
they got to get this play off. 2, 1.
They didn't do it. They didn't do it. Delay a game. Hiawatha just the coaching staff's really struggling getting to play it. And they're going to huddle back up and call a new play.
Looks like it.
And there's still no play called. It's a 5-yard penalty. Hiawatha has it should be 4.4 seconds.
Change of formation here. Are they going to try a field goal?
I don't know. There should be 4.4 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, that play never happened. So
yep.
They got field goal coming in.
Ball is at the 18. So a field goal would make it 29-10, which is still a 3-possession game. No. So they just must not trust the arm of their quarterback, who's doing well through the year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is a little bit baffling to me.
And this is a long field goal, 35 yards.
Right.
Xavier Oldham, you questioned the distance of his leg earlier. He's about to show you whether he can do it or not.
Fair enough. He just didn't kick it deep.
Yeah. Ball's down?
Nope.
He pulled it. It was plenty deep. He just pulled it. Kick is no good, and that takes enough time to send us to halftime. We're going to keep it here so that we don't accidentally send you to News, Weather, and Sports. I'm going to go through the scoring while Jason takes his shoes off to do some math. So, the score is 29-7. Marysville on top of Hiawatha. It's senior night. It started right away in the first quarter. After a huge run by Rook Williams, they call his number again, 1-yard run for a touchdown. Extra point was good by Jack Lauer. Marysville starts 7-0. But right away, Hiawatha marches straight down the field, capped off by a 40-yard touchdown run by Ashton Roque. Extra point was good. Boom, 7-7 tie, and we're halfway through the first quarter, and we're thinking this is a Hiawatha team that's lost by 60 points for the last few games, and we're tied at 7 halfway through the first quarter. But Will Otot had another thing to say about that. He has a 19-yard touchdown run still in the first quarter. Marysville on top 14-7. A few minutes later, Marysville gets the ball back. 33-yard touchdown run by Will Otot. Extra point was good, 21-7 Marysville. And then a few minutes before this last Hiawatha drive, 37-yard touchdown run by Rook Williams. His second 2-point conversion pass from Will Otot to Devin Tomer. 29-7 is how we got here to halftime.
Well, and Hiawatha's been a bit balanced, a little bit better than Marysville. Hiawatha, a total of 153 yards of offense, 96 on the ground, 57 in the air. Leading the way, for Hiawatha is the quarterback, Roki. He's got 3 carries for 41 yards. Josh Monahan has 6 carries for 24 yards. Where'd Mr. Winters? Oh, yeah, Cameron Winder, 2 carries, 7 yards. Oldham, 2 carries for 5 yards. And Connor Kettler, 2 carries for 19 yards. Roki has the touchdown run of 40. 23 snaps, 153 yards for Hiawatha. Marysville just one more snap, 24, but 270 total yards, 261 of those on the ground. Leading the way, Rook Williams, 8 carries, 117 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Right behind him, Will Otot, 4 carries, 68 yards, 2 more touchdowns. Peyton Smith, 7 carries, 47 yards. Rhett Williams, 2 carries, 21 yards, and Tremont Horkbeek, a carry for 5 yards. Rook is 1 for 1 passing the football for 9 yards. Rhett has that reception. 270 yards on 24 snaps for Marysville. They lead at the half, 29-7 over the Hiawatha Redhawks in district action. We will have the second half for you right after news, weather, and sports.
At Galloway Wiegers in Brenniger, we're about building relationships, one client and one issue at a time. I'm Jason Brenniger, and I invite you to visit with me for any legal services you might have, including probate, estate planning, and trust administration. Advanced planning has countless advantages to your family, including greater control and disposition of your assets and tax issues that might come up. Call for a no-obligation appointment today. Check us out on our Facebook page or at gwblaw.net.
Raise your hand if you need more internet speed. It's time to get your hands on much faster internet. Don't settle for yesterday's internet speed when you have a home full of today's devices. Upgrade your Blue Valley Technologies internet speed now to the speed you need and get a $50 bill credit. If you're new to Blue Valley, you get 2 months free and everyone gets free installation on managed Wi-Fi. Visit bluevalley.net/raise your hand today.
It's halftime at senior night in Marysville at Pat Landahl Memorial Field, Homer Hanson Stadium at the Landahl Family Sports Complex. It's 29-7, Marysville leading the visiting Hiawatha Redhawks. It was a pretty dominant first half performance by the Marysville offense. The defense coming up big and a couple of stops, but also with some things to work on, Brian.
Yeah, and we talked about this. I don't want to throw the coaching staff of Hiawatha under the bus too much, but they got some potential out on that field. I like what Hiawatha has shown on offense. I think they're close to being a decent team. Defensively, they can't do anything against Marysville.
It's just a matter of it being out-athleted to a large degree, I think. There really is no answer for the combination of speed and strength of Rook Williams, the athleticism of Will Otot, just the brute force of Peyton Smith, and the speed at which he hits those holes. The collisions and the impacts tonight have been huge.
There have been some big hits. Marysville's gotten up excited about that. That's what high school football is all about. I love the enthusiasm.
Absolutely. It's been a great night for high school football. A little bit of a chill in the air, just the way I like it. No wind. Boys out there on the field should be breaking a sweat, but not getting overheated. The second half, Hiawatha's going to get the football to start, so they're going to get an opportunity to stay in this game essentially one last time.
Yeah, if they don't do anything here, you put the nail in the coffin earlier, but really, seal that sucker up and put it in the ground if they don't do anything on this possession.
It's a district game. Hiawatha winless in the district. Marysville 1-1. A big cross-district score I got for you at halftime is that Rock Creek leads Clay Center, and that score is 13-0 at the half. If you're interested in some NCKL scores, Beloit 28, Concordia 0 at the half. Concordia out of the district tonight. They are the fifth of our 5 teams in the district, including Hiawatha, Clay Center, Rock Creek, Marysville, and then Concordia. So Concordia and Hiawatha definitely on the outside looking in. One of those 2 teams has to be a playoff team, though.
Yeah, didn't Concordia get Hiawatha? I thought they did. I thought Concordia beat Hiawatha, so a Concordia team that's really struggling will get a playoff game because it's only a 5-team district.
And they're going to get that 1 seed at the 1 seed house. Everything's set up right now for Marysville, barring a huge second half collapse, for a mega game next week against Clay Center. The winner getting a home game and the 2 seed in the district, the loser having to go on the road. We're going to have the second half of this game right after this.
Sunflower Community Credit Union recognizes that members' health, both personal and financial, is top priority. In order to make your banking a completely safe experience, they're proud to now offer drive-in convenience, Monday through Friday, 7:30 till 5:30, Saturday, 8:30 till noon. Lending can be done remotely as well. Contact their friendly loan officers at 562-3741. New members always welcome. Call, go online, or drop by Sunflower Community Credit Union in Marysville for more details. Caring about your personal and financial health, Sunflower Community Credit Union.
Bremen Farmers Mutual Insurance, providing high-quality coverage and service, all at a competitive premium cost. Since 1888, Bremen Farmers Mutual has offered homeowner, farm owner, business owner, fire, and inland marine coverage. Dependable and affordable. See your local agent representing Bremen Farmers Mutual Insurance. Learn more about the various insurance products offered by going online at bfmic.com.
Farmers, they're the lifeblood of America. The men and women who tackle the toughest jobs to put clothes on our backs and food on our tables. They might do it quietly, but their genuine values and tireless work ethic are an inspiration to us all. Some might say farming is a thankless occupation, so that's why we're taking the time to say thanks. Farm Bureau Financial Services, protecting what matters most.
Patrick Booty in Marysville is your local agent with Marshall County, Farm Bureau Insurance, and Farm Bureau Financial Services. Legacy Carpet Cleaning will give your floors a fresh as new look. Let their team of dedicated professionals tackle your carpet or tile cleaning. Your home feels fresh, looks great, and makes a more healthy environment for you and your family. Call Skylar Price today for an appointment and let Legacy Carpet Cleaning in Marysville go to work for you.
Welcome back to Homer Hanson Stadium at Landau Memorial Field. Jason thought he was bringing us back, but I jumped in front of him. Brian Crott and Jason Breniger bringing you some Friday Night Lights. It's senior night here in Marysville. We're hosting Hiawatha. 29, Marysville, Hiawatha 7. I'm going to shout out Bob Vogt, who sent me a text and said, hey, happy birthday, and we enjoy listening to you while we're cutting beans. Hey, I know there's a lot of hard-working farmers out there in the field. Big shout-out to you. You make this community run.
Right on. Amen.
So thank you for all that you do for us, and happy 40th wedding anniversary, Mr. Bob Vogt and Cindy.
Yeah, no, not so happy for Cindy. Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, you know Bob.
Right on. Hey, so you're listening to Bulldog Football. We do that on 94.1 FM, 1570 AM. You can download an app, and you can get the app, and you can listen to it on your phone. If you're near a computer, you can go to the World Wide Web. So that's www.kndyradio.com. I think that's right. Tell me that's right?
That's right.
All right. And you can go ahead and listen to it there. So you got plenty of options. No reason not to be here with us. Got a great game here tonight. Bulldogs dominant in the first half. They look to extend that dominance and put Hiawatha away here with a 29-7 lead. Second half kickoff right now.
Right now. Jack Lauer just waiting for the ball. He gets it. Sets it on the tee at the 40-yard line. Marysville facing the east. The flag was moving a different direction earlier, but it hasn't been super windy. There's a little bit of wind up there, but I think it was out of south all day, wasn't it? Yep. But now it appears as though it might have turned out of the north, which explains why it's going to get down pretty cold tonight.
Yes, it is.
Here's your second half kickoff. Pretty decent kick. Fields at 20. Mid-direction. Quarterback's got the ball right now. Roki. A flag
coming in. So, you tell me who it's on, I'll tell you what it is. If it's on the defense, it's probably a face mask. Yeah. If it's on the offense, it's probably a hold. And they're going to say hold on the offense. It was awful late in the game, but when it's there, it's there.
Absolutely. So the return was up to the 26.
And
after the hold.
Right, and there's a spot foul. Since it was so late in the game, it's basically going to be right there. It looks like they're going to start inside the 25. So right inside the 15 is where Hiawatha will set up shop. Not in the recipient of great field position. Their own 22, their own 45, their own 14, their own 41, and now on this fifth possession of the football game, their own 15.
Again. 14 again?
Yeah. I'll tell you what, last week there were just tons of possessions. This week, not so much.
Sure. which I didn't expect there to be a ton of possessions last week.
No, it was surprising.
This is what I expected last week. Handoff inside, gets to the second level, does the Hiawatha runner up past the 20, I think, or at least.
Right at it.
So 6 or 7. Monahan gets 7.
So Monahan, who had that rough start, has now got 7 carries for 31 yards. So he's up over 4 yards a carry after having his first 2 go for 1 total yard.
And that was Jason being generous because I think he actually lost a yard. He should have been at 0. There's no half yards in the stat book.
That's right.
So that's why you got to give him. That's why you got to give him the whole thing. Second and short. Once again, this is a do-or-die possession for Hiawatha. They have to score here. Handoff inside. Needed 3 for the first down, and he did not get it.
No.
I don't know that he even got a yard. 11 minutes to go in the third quarter. We're just a minute in after halftime. Marysville on top 29-7. Hiawatha score on their first possession, but haven't done anything with the ball since.
Oldham with the carry. He gets 2.
He did get 2.
3rd and 1. And what a huge third down play this is.
Since Hiawatha is going to be in this huddle for 15 more seconds, it's 3rd and 1. You don't get it. You got to go right now, right?
I think so.
I
There's
think
no
so,
sense in
too.
giving the ball back to a team you haven't stopped.
5, 4. Hiawatha likes to take this thing down to the last second. Handoff inside, and he lost the yard. That's why I wanted to see what Jason would do ahead of the decision. Xavier Oldham.
Oldham again.
The ball carrier.
Oldham only touched it twice in the first half. He's got 2 carries here in the second half.
4th and 1. And down 22 points, you got to go.
Especially when you show no ability to stop Marysville's offense no matter where they start from.
Quarterback sneaking. He's going to have to. And this second or third is going to. Effort's going to have to get it.
What's this going to be?
The crazy thing is the play's over, right? Does that make it a turnover?
I don't know. That was awful late.
4th and 1. I don't think he got it. I think
he needed the 24, and he did not get the 24.
Brooke Williams kind of jumped in there late. Peyton Smith was in there late. There could have been some words exchanged. There could have been a late hit. I don't mean on the hit late, but still in the play after the whistle had blown.
Here we go.
Here it is. So it's going to be
personal foul
on Hiawatha.
And they're going to call that post-possession, maybe. Otherwise, you wouldn't mark it off. You wouldn't take this penalty.
No.
So it's going to be they're marking it off.
First down, Marysville. So the turnover on down stands. The 4th and 1 failed for Hiawatha.
Roki on the edge has been dynamic. Instead of trying to get him to the edge for 1 yard, they tried to go up the middle. There was nothing there. Turned it over, added insult to injury with the personal foul, and now here Marysville's going to start at the Hiawatha 13-yard line.
Wow. Talk about a short field. So you fail and you don't get it, and you give it to him at the 25. Okay, that's bad. This is worse.
Well, it's a turnover on downs, which still means it's a turnover in terms of what its effect is in the football game. Same as if they'd have fumbled it on 3rd.
1st and 10, Marysville, up 22. Pitch to Rhett Williams.
Good cut.
Cutting up the field, trying to get into the end zone.
No, he's not. He's down at the 1.
Down at the 1. 12-yard gain for Rhett Williams. He wanted to actually give him down at the 2. 11-yard gain for Rhett Williams. He wanted that. He ran hard.
He's averaging over 10 yards a carry. He's got 3 carries for 32 yards. And he's not even one of the top 4 rushers on the night.
Wow. Well, Will Otot's having a heck of a night.
Yes,
Brooke
indeed.
obviously is having a heck of a night. Peyton Smith's been running like a fresh runner because he is.
He is, yeah.
First and goal from the 2.
Will Otot,
3rd touchdown of the game. Sophomore Will Otot, 2-yard run.
Yeah, that's the beauty of that. Will's listed at 6'1", 175, and I think that's pretty legit from a statistical standpoint. But that year, 10, that's the beauty of Will Otot.
Mm-hmm. Just we don't have to say goodbye to him right away. 9:11 to go in the third quarter. Jack Lauer's extra point is up. Looks beautiful from here. It is good. Marysville 36, Hiawatha 7.
JD Construction wants to make your dream home a reality. Whether you want to build a custom home, remodel your current home, or add a new deck or patio, JD Construction can handle all your residential construction needs. They are also experts when it comes to agriculture and residential buildings. For small or large projects, consider a custom building from JD Construction. They'll give you high-quality work while staying on schedule and budget. Contact Jared Smith at 785-353-2312. From start to finish, it's JD Construction.
At United Bank & Trust, we get it. Bank hours don't always fit into your schedule. With the United Bank & Trust mobile banking app, you can bank anytime, anywhere. At home, at work, or anywhere in between. You can perform convenient and secure transactions like mobile check deposit, transfer money between accounts, or see your balance instantly. Find it by searching for United Bank & Trust mobile app in your app store. Mobile banking with United Bank & Trust. It's banking for your way of life. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back. Pat Landau Memorial Field. Brian Crott and Jason Brenninger bringing you the action. And Hiawatha just gave up another touchdown to Will Otot. Marysville extends their lead 36-7.
Yeah, Hiawatha pinned the chances of this entire football game on 1 4th and 1 play. And I didn't really mind that. But not running your best play was a little troubling to me.
Jack Lauer's kickoff, low. Fielded really well by the quarterback, Roki. He still got it past the 25. Oh, he's brought down hard at the 24.
Yeah. Rhett Williams with another big hit. Tristan Schaefer was right there, too.
He's had some excellent hits tonight, probably the hardest hit we've seen all year.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite hit he's had all year was the end of the Rock Creek game. He was frustrated. He showed some extreme athleticism bringing down one of their star receivers.
Yeah, in a situation, we were surprised to see that star receiver in the game. The risk of injury that, a tackle like that brings with it. I've been holding my breath that I've been the head coach for Rock Creek for certain.
Mm-hmm. 1st and 10, Hiawatha. 9 minutes to go until the end of the third quarter. Handoff.
Nice little misdirection. Oh. Missed tackle, 2, 3.
Multiple missed tackles by the Bulldogs. Gives Hiawatha about a 7-yard gain.
Yeah.
So, not great defense there by the Bulldogs. However, give him 6. Number 3, Connor Kettler, ball carrier.
Yeah,
all things considered, Marysville okay.
For sure, but these missed tackles are frustrating. One thing the missed tackles do is slow down the runner so the next guy can get there.
2nd and 4. Handoff inside.
Nothing.
Yeah. Marysville's been winning the war of the trenches all night. That play is no exception. Although the runner must have fallen forward. I don't know how. Because they gave him a yard or 2. He gave him 3.
3 yards on that carry.
Connor Kettler, number 3. He's not that big of a guy.
Well, I had Winder on that carry, was it?
Yeah, it could have been.
Yeah.
It could have been. I made the mistake of calling what Brian Cook called. I'm looking at him right now. 3rd and 1. Quarterback keeper trying to get the edge. Oh, he's blown up by Tristan Schaefer in the backfield.
Yeah, great job there by Tristan Schaefer.
Big loss.
Great job.
Minus, I thought it was going to be more, but minus 3 or 4, make it minus 3.
Nope, was that Roki?
Roki has shown us he's very athletic. He's got a lot of speed to the edge. But, Jason, maybe that's why they didn't run to the outside.
It is wild. Roki on his first carry has 40 yards. After 5 carries, 38 yards.
Wow. Hiawatha going to punt. Jason thought they were out of it. Hiawatha agreeing. Ball would have landed at the 50-yard line. Rhett comes up and makes a catch. He had some film that told him the Hiawatha punter does not kick it very far. He nets about 20 yards on every punt, which your goal is, 40 plus. And so Rhett has known not to go very far back, but
breaking down film can be difficult.
Sure.
You can get very much into the weeds. Figuring out how far a punter can punt it on film, not difficult.
Well, you can do that in fast forward. You can see how.
Sure.
Yeah.
Where did it start? Where did it finish?
That's all. We used to watch a lot of, the old stick school VHS. We used to watch a lot of film in fast forward. First down. Pitch. Will Otot.
Too much dancing that time. It's been pretty successful for him on some plays. Making a nice cut, maybe even a second. This time he got caught dancing, and he only gained a yard.
Gain of 1. The Marysville offensive line had moved past the defensive linemen and hadn't secured those blocks because that's who ends up making the tackle. 2nd and 9 for the Bulldogs. In Hiawatha territory, up 29. Still in the third quarter. Handoff inside. Oh, the deception gets me. Will Otot's going to lose a big chunk here because of a bad pitch from Rook.
I'll tell you what, Caden Morton got away with one there. He was fell on that play very, very late. Lucky he didn't get called. That's going to
loss of 7.
-7. Wow.
Yeah, loss of 7 from 48 of the other of Hiawatha back to Marysville 45. So some miscues here for Marysville.
Yeah, and basically all you can really do is attribute that to the lack of focus. I mean, and why lack of focus? You're supposed to be playing football. Yeah, but you're up 36-7 halfway through the third
And the other
quarter.
team's already conceded because they punted it back.
It's tough.
Handoff inside the... No. Was it? I don't even... No, it's a turnover.
Yeah. Mismeshed.
Yep.
And then a turnover.
I thought the deception got me again, but it apparently got the ball carrier.
So that is in 6 attempts, Hiawatha's first stop, and all the credit goes to the Marysville offense. That was sarcasm if you weren't following real close. Hiawatha didn't do anything in that play other than have 11 guys on the field, and Marysville just stubbed their toe.
First play for Hiawatha on offense in Marysville territory. Good run by the quarterback.
Yep.
He's going to get 6 or 7. See what the official mark is. It's all the way down to the Marysville 39. Give him 7.
Yep.
So I just, maybe 2 minutes ago, credited Marysville's front line, defensive and offensive, for controlling the line of scrimmage. But here on the past 2 possessions, that has not been the case.
Yeah, so this last time here, Roki wanted to pass it, but he had got chased from the pocket, and he was able to find a seam to get 7 yards.
2nd and 3. Handoff inside. I believe that's 44. Yep,
Yeah, that's
Cameron Linder. Got 1. Kemper Wrightson in the backfield grabbing his ankles.
You know, we don't call his name that often, but Kemper does a good job on that defensive line, taking on 2, sometimes even 3 blockers, trying to keep those linebackers clean. And that's the way that's supposed to work. The linemen, you get to make plays every once in a while, but you really make your plays by keeping your linebackers clean and letting them do their job.
Mm-hmm. We called his name quite a bit last week. He had a really good defensive game last week. 3rd and 2. Quarterback still got it. He's going to get a first down. Brought down by Blake Spicer, but whose name we also called a ton last week.
Yeah, Blake Spicer has turned into a heck of a defensive player at outside linebacker.
He's pretty young too, right?
He's a junior.
1st and 10, Hiawatha. It's going to be too little too late, but they are showing some signs of life.
Yeah, they are. I mean, they put together a couple of first downs here, took the ball away from Marysville on a turnover in the previous defensive stand. Not giving up, not mailing it in. That's good. You like to see that.
Pass for Hiawatha. Thrown downfield.
Nearly
intercepted by Rook. Connor Kettler didn't know the ball was on him until it bounced over his head.
Right.
And Rook, same story. It hit him, though.
Now, Rook was in a much better position based upon where that ball was thrown.
2nd and 10. Had Hiawatha known that they were going to lose their starter and backup quarterback, and they had trained Ashton Roque from the beginning to be the quarterback, I think he honestly handled the job. Yeah.
He looks okay.
Quick pass over, completion. Receivers number 13, Caden Morton, catches it for 4. That quick slant in, that ball was thrown a little high, needed to be a little lower, and the runner would have been able to advance the ball.
That's correct. If he could have caught that in stride, it might have been a pretty big play.
Not sure, the official must have just been letting it go, but that wide receiver was not set before that play happened. Here's your 3rd and 6th play. The pass, thrown deep. Oh, just
shot you there.
Yeah.
Didn't get turned around. No flag. Falls harmlessly to the ground. Another Hiawatha player slow to get up.
Caden Morton. He was one that Dr. Hafley went to visit earlier.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well,
4th down.
I'll keep my mouth shut about that. If you want my personal opinion on that, you can catch me on the street sometime and I'll tell you all you want to hear. But right now, I'm just going to keep my mouth zipped.
Well, I'll tell you that the school has a program for that. They sit down and they teach kids the difference between being hurt and being injured. He must have missed that day. 4th and 6. Here's your play. It's a pass. Same target. Right at the first down chain. I think it's good enough for a first down. Either way, it's going to be first down for somebody.
Yep.
Oh, the way the ball was spotted, it's first down Marysville. And that's what they call.
Wow.
Yeah, I think it was a pretty poor spot for Hiawatha. But as a Marysville graduate, as a Marysville fan, I love it. We'll take it.
I don't know who caught it over there. Was that Morton again?
Yeah, same guy. Same guy who the doctor and 2 of his friends helped carry off earlier. First down, Marysville, up 36-7, 3 minutes and 16 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. Starters still on the field for Marysville. It's the 3rd quarter, so they should be.
Especially after the last round. You don't want to end with that taste in your mouth.
Right. Dive to the second man through. It's a little low, Todd. He's already having a heck of a night.
Still on his feet.
Gets tackled from behind. Gets to the 39 from the 24. Give him 15 yards on top of the huge night he's already had. First down, Marysville. Need to get pretty darn close to that midfield stripe for the first down. Marysville looks to the sideline for their play. Clock is moving. Marysville in no hurry, nor should they be. I think Marysville's offense wants to cap this off with a touchdown and be done. Once again, second man through. This time it's Rhett Williams going the opposite way. Give him 5. Yeah, maybe 4. It depends where they set the ball down. I like 5, my first call.
Okay. So, yes, when it's the 3rd quarter and it's only a 4-score game, you keep your ones in, especially when your ones the last time out on the field did not show well. You want to make sure you get this ball driven down the field.
Last possession, we lost yards and fumbled. 2nd and a long 5. Quarterback still has it.
Oh, late flag.
Flag comes in late. Unfortunately,
probably
I think it's on Will Todd, and it's a hold. I saw he had the guy grabbed him by the back of the jersey. He would have made the tackle earlier, but it would have been close to a first down either way. Instead, we're backing up. Because it's a spot foul, it's going to bring up 2nd and 12.
This stuff is just kind of starting to pile up for no good reason. I'm not so sure I wouldn't expect to see. And with 1:57 to go in the 3rd quarter, you'd probably ride it out. But it's not going to be a real pleasant next time Marysville's huddled over at the sideline, I wouldn't think. There's a lot to talk about that isn't real positive. You mentioned 2nd and 12. Why did that go back so far?
They went back to the original line of scrimmage, which is very much the incorrect thing to do. Right hold is a spot foul.
It's a spot foul.
The flag was sitting
at the 47, right?
At the 47.
Yeah. Now they're back too far.
Yep. So now it's 2nd and 16. Rook under center gets the ball.
Another mismesh
play, but the option this way, Rook gets to the 2nd level, 3rd level, almost close to the. He's pretty dang close to the first down block.
Yeah.
It's gonna be 3rd and 3.
I think he got 14 yards on that carry.
Yeah, 13 or 14 yards.
135 on 10 carries, and 2 scores. Or is there more?
Rook has 2. Will has 3.
3 on Will. Yep. Count the circles, Jason. It's not that hard. Yeah, very manageable 3rd down here.
Most likely 4-down territory also. Will Otad in motion. Hand off to the dive man, and there's no line to tackle him, so he's just going to waltz forward for 5 yards, and the first down is Peyton Smith. Good to have Peyton back.
That's for sure. I'm not sure how much more of him you'll see. If I'm going to start subbing, and then here he goes.
Yeah, here he goes.
If I'm going to sub, that's the first one I'm doing.
Yep.
I've got a capable runner behind him, and I've got a guy who has dealt with a couple of injury issues this year. So I think Peyton Smith, thank you for your services, but they're no longer needed this evening.
And his helmet is off. He's done.
Mm-hmm.
Dealt with some concussion issues this year. Dealt with a shoulder
injury a week ago.
Shoulder injury last week. Shoulder injury. And nope. Supposed to be a handoff inside, but he fell. Did Rook.
Somebody is flying across.
There's number 13.
It was 13 again?
Yeah.
Not again. That's a different guy. Okay.
Caden Morton shot through the B gap of Marysville and blew up that play.
And then somehow still there's a penalty that appears to be on the Marysville offense. So quite a bit of discussion, but the Marysville guys have backed up.
Yeah, hard to believe there was a penalty. That was a really...
It was so fast.
Defensive hold? Waving the flag.
Waving the flag off. Okay, well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Play didn't last long enough for him to do anything wrong.
A lassitude for Rook, but primarily because there was an issue with the mesh. Second and 12 now. Marysville taking their time. The clock's running. 10 seconds to go on the play clock. 22 seconds to go on the game clock. So last play of the 3rd quarter. Should have been a false start. It is.
What is going on with the Marysville offense?
A little bit of an implosion here.
That was Thomas Behrens, who's been the starter there. He was a starter a year ago, had his own injury issues. Didn't start this game at right tackle, but he's in now, and just fired off early. One was in a hurry to go hit somebody. Now you got 2nd and 17.
Yeah. Back in Marysville.
That's going to be the quarter.
Yep. That's going to be the quarter. Marysville's on top 36-7. We'll be right back.
Freeze CPA in Marysville has built a heritage of trust and reliability with your accounting, tax, and business advisory needs through the years. Certified public accountant Marcus Freeze, with over 25 years of experience, and his staff continue that tradition of outstanding service to you, the customer, each and every day. Freeze CPA, downtown Marysville.
Whether it's a car accident, storm damage, or a fire, when the unthinkable happens, it doesn't matter if you saved money in 15 minutes. In this moment, it doesn't matter if your neighbor has the same insurance as you. In this moment, what matters is that your independent insurance agent and the company that stands behind you have you covered. Please come see the girls on Broadway at Alliance Insurance, 785-562-2393.
Get away with a shopping day at Reflections Hallmark. Beautiful home decor pieces, scented candles, last-minute gift ideas for any reason, plus Hallmark cards, as well as fabulous boutique clothing and accessories. For yourself, for your home, for someone else. Shop Reflections Hallmark in downtown Marysville. And remember, they do custom picture framing with lots of frames and matting choices. You're always welcome. Thanks for shopping local. Reflections Hallmark, downtown Marysville.
2nd and 17 for the Bulldogs. They're on top of the Hiawatha Redhawks, 36-7 on senior night.
You wouldn't believe it over the last 10 plays.
But the last couple series for the Bulldogs have not gone well. Hand off to Hornbeak, runs the guy over, gain of 3. Good hard run.
3rd and every bit of 14, probably. So you may run just a regular old play and then punt it and try to pin them deep. You may try to get all 13 yards, 14 yards now, or you may try it in 2 chunks. I don't know. Let's see.
Quick flip to Rhett Williams, trying to get the edge. Oh, he doesn't get it.
64 with a great play.
Doesn't get it.
Campbell, 5'9", 225. That's short and stout.
5-yard gain, and if Peter Campbell doesn't make that tackle, he gets the first down, no problem. Maybe a touchdown.
I like the idea of running a play here. I see no reason to punt the football.
I agree. 4th and 9. Marysville's defense allowed a touchdown on Hiawatha's first possession, but since then, nothing. Maybe negative yards. They tried to draw Hiawatha offsides. It didn't work.
Still got time to call a play if you want. There's 9 on the play
8,
clock.
7.
They're checking
6.
it.
4th and 9 play. Willow taught in motion. Brooke pitches it to him. Cuts it up.
Oh,
he's going to be a yard short. He needed 9. He got 8. First down, Hiawatha. A yard short. Same way Hiawatha's last turnover.
Yeah, for sure.
10:30 to go in the ball game. Game not really in doubt, but Marysville not. It's a great showing.
Not finished it well to this point. Hiawatha had a 6-play offensive drive that ended in downs. That followed a 3-play Marysville drive that ended with a turnover. If that would have been at the start of the game, I'd be a little bit worried.
Here's your play. Handoff inside.
Minus.
Yep. And a flag comes in late. What? I don't even know what that could be. But three officials threw it. I mean, that play was over. Lost to 2. Marysville's backing up.
Marysville, yeah.
Personal foul face mask.
Oh, bummer.
So 15 yards forward after what should have been -2. Now puts the ball up at midfield. Marysville did not have very many penalties this game.
Not till lately.
Up until the last couple possessions. And now it's just mental errors. 1st and 10, Hiawatha. They're down 29, but right now they're the better team on the field. Handoff. Gain of a couple of yards.
Hold them on the carry.
Give him 1 or 2, whatever you want. It's right in there.
It's one, yeah.
Not much doing.
Hold them. 5 carries, 8 yards.
Not the yard per carry goal they were aiming for. Marysville has a few goals listed in their weight room. A couple of them are not giving up big plays. That's going to be a failure tonight. They gave up a 40-yarder. Otherwise, they've done okay.
Yep, for sure.
No turnovers. They've successfully done that. Here's a sack of the quarterback. Roki goes down. It was a blown play like Marysville's had a lot of here lately, where the mesh man didn't come. Roki froze for a second and then got tackled. -3 for Roki. Roki had 40 yards on his first play. Or maybe not his first play, but
his first carry.
His first carry was 40 yards, and now what does he have?
He's got 8 for 45. So the last 7 carries have went for a combined 7 yards. Or 5 yards.
5 yards, yep.
And he's got a 7-yarder in there. Wow, that's wild.
3rd and 12 for Hiawatha. Roki drops back to pass. Looks downfield. He's got a man.
Move, yeah. That's a good
He's going to
play.
score. Touchdown.
Morton's going to go 52 yards. Flags?
Flags down. I was about to write down.
Bring this one back, kids.
Yep. Hiawatha's backing up. What a great pass from
Great
Roki.
throw. Great move by Morton, too. He actually shimmied his shoulders in and then went straight back down the field, and he was 3 to 5 yards behind the defender over there, Colton Shoddy.
And a big play is erased off the board from a Hiawatha hold.
So the thing about that is that I promise you these referees are human. They do the best job that they can, and a lot of them are really, really good at it. But that was a play where the referee went, oh, man, I have to throw it. It's so bad. Because otherwise you just don't. Right. And there's no one's going to say a word. But it had to have been just really, really bad.
It was in the backfield, and that moved the ball way back. This is 3rd and 25.
Try it again. Okay, now they're going to do the hitch portion of it. They'll get
he curls
7.
Completed to Morton. Gain of 7. From the 35 to the 42.
8-10 counting in this football game. 36-7 Marysville leads Hiawatha in a district matchup. Probably will send Hiawatha to simply a 9th game and keep them out of the playoff hunt.
Marysville needs to make sure they win by 25. It could come down to that. 4th and long is a punt. High snap. It is blocked. It's blocked by, who's number 14? Help me out.
Blake Spicer.
Spicer gets a hand on it. The punter, number 7, Xavier Oldham, falls down, and I think he was expecting a roughing the punter, but Blake Spicer hit that ball.
You ever blocked a punt?
Yes.
Oh, God, it hurts.
It hurts. Yes. Yes, sir.
You almost immediately regret your decision.
That is definitely not true.
Well, okay.
You know, the adrenaline, but then you look at your arms and you got big old black welts on them. 1st and 10, Marysville, I think, drew Hiawatha outside.
Well, I didn't see anybody in the black jerseys move.
And the side judge who threw the flag agrees. So this was a must-win coming into the night. It was if you lose this game, you do not deserve to have an extra game.
Your playoff life was in the balance.
Sure. Marysville takes care of business. Looked really excellent, I thought, the first half. Second half, not so much.
Not so much. Lack of focus, and that's going to hurt you if you get into a tight ball game if you can't stay focused.
Rhett Williams still on his feet down to the 23, 22-yard line. From the 40, give him 18.
Wasn't he at the 35? Yeah, he was at the 40. Wow.
I'm just trusting Petrie over there on the clock.
Fair enough. It was sweet play and ran well by Rhett, blocked well by the edge, all the way down to the 22.
First down, Marysville. Up 29. 25 points is the most you can carry in a district match for the points comparison. Quarterback sneak, and he's going to get a ton of yards.
Almost 7?
Yeah. Rook just was protecting the ball, just hoping, I'll fall down and get my 5 yards or whatever. Nobody wanted to tackle.
He hopped through there and didn't expect him to get hit, and then he didn't get hit, so he hopped again.
The defensive backs of Hiawatha just watched him. They're like, you guys are in charge of the quarterback sneak. We don't make tackles on a quarterback sneak. Give him 6. It's 2nd and 4. Handoff inside to Hornbeak.
Boy, he's hit hard, but he can deliver a blow.
Yeah, number 16. Ren Hagman. I called his name earlier. He's a freshman.
Yeah.
He is small, and that's twice he's delivered a big blow. He's 5'8", 140 pounds.
If you say so.
He looks. Yeah, he's not 5'8".
No, that's
not
5'6", and that's 125, 130 pounds.
But he likes to hit.
His equipment on him.
But he likes to hit.
He does. He brings it.
Yeah. We have junior high kids bigger than him, but he deserves to be out there right now. Quarterback keeper to the 10. 5. Touchdown, Rook Williams. We've got 3 Will Otot touchdowns. Now, Rook gets 3 of his own. 14-yard run.
$13 carries, 152 yards, and 3 touchdowns. And I really think those are the worst numbers he's had the last 3 weeks.
Yeah, he's had video game-like numbers. Extra point for Jack Lauer. Nearly blocked, but it's good. Marysville, 43. Hiawatha, 7.
There is a difference. Oh, what a difference.
We've helped a lot of families own their own home. We have several options available in mortgage loans. If you're thinking of building or buying a new home, come in and see us. We're an equal housing lender. First Commerce Bank. Experience the difference. Member FDIC.
There is a difference.
Every driver is different. So is every car insurance policy. At Blue Valley Insurance, we get it. That's why we offer an array of options, from affordable coverage options to extra services and money-saving discounts. We're here to help you build the best car insurance policy for your needs. What's more, the right car insurance coverage can help protect you and your loved ones in the event of a car accident, theft, or other covered loss. See us at Blue Valley Insurance in Lynn, Greenleaf, Hanover, and Marysville.
Welcome back to Homer Hanson Stadium. Marysville just extended their lead over Hiawatha here on senior night, 43-7, 5:44 in the game. What do you think chances are of Hiawatha coming back?
Zero. Hiawatha has some really nice players to like.
Yes, they do.
Hiawatha has been decimated by some injuries, and Hiawatha needs to fill this roster out. It's just not quite there.
Ashton Roque getting the nod at quarterback after the starter and the backup went down. He's shown some life. Unfortunately, he's a senior. He's going to graduate.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the return. Pretty good return up to about the 33-yard line.
Connor Kettler. Kettler looks good in the open field. So does Roque. Just you can't get into the open field very often,
right.
And there isn't enough to complement it. Now we're going to see some new faces here. Jacob Dankenbring is going to come in at one corner. Nathan Fisher at the other. Here comes Ian Dedamore. He's going to replace Blake Spicer.
Senior night, so I know some of those seniors that don't get as much time will be out there. 1st and 10 Hiawatha, hand off up the middle.
Yeah, Dakota Slupionic said, "You're not going anywhere today."
The first Marysville defender blew him up. He was number 11, I think. Ian Dedamore blew him up, but didn't make the tackle. Isn't going to get credited with the tackle, but really deserves some credit because it's a loss of 2, and if it wouldn't have been for Ian Dedamore blowing him up in the backfield, I don't know what that becomes. Second and 12 for Hiawatha. 5 minutes to go in the ballgame. Marysville on top, 43-7. Starters still out there for Hiawatha, but their bench is not as deep as Marysville's. Quarterback keeper is Roque, trying to get the edge. He does get it, but he gets a decent gain out of this. We'll see where it's officially marked, as we can't see that sideline due to the players.
Yeah.
So from the 32
to the 38, getting 6.
Yeah, good run.
Who was it? Was it Roque?
Roque with the quarterback keep.
Trying to get you some more names here. Carter Trimble into the game. Will Otot's still out there. Tristan Schaefer's still out there.
Devin Mathis here in front of us.
Yep. Kemper Eichmann's still in the game. Dakota Slupionic's still in the game.
Here's your third down play. It's a pass. Roki lets it fly. He's got a receiver at the cock to the Marysville 40. Brought out of bounds inside the Marysville 30.
Nathan Fisher was the defender there, just took an inside route to try and cut it. The ball went over his head. Big gain there to Kettler. How many yards are you going to give him?
From their own 39 all the way up to the Marysville
34.
No, 27. No, 34 yards.
34 yards on the play.
Yeah, that's right. First down, Hiawatha. 43-7. Hiawatha scored on their first drive. Nothing doing since.
Roki 8 of 12, 97 yards, 1 INT.
Delay a game. Delay a game. Hiawatha likes to use every second of that play clock.
Right, but not only do you get the play clock there, you get the 6 or 7 seconds to set everything up before the play clock even starts, because the chains have to move before the play clock.
Once again, I don't want to call out the coaching staff, but the plays are being called in very late. Very late. 10 seconds into the play clock, and they just, break the huddle. They get up there, and it's not like they're in a race to get up and get set. It comes down to the last second every time.
Wide open.
Pass.
Just missed it.
Could have called a pass interference maybe on Dankenbring there. He kind of hooked him a bit.
Morton ran a nice corner route and got on the other side of Dankenbring. That ball was just missed by a long, long way.
Roki rushed the throw a little bit. Didn't need to.
Well, he probably said, I can't believe he's that wide open. And by the time he left it short, Dankenbring had recovered some. But if that ball gets dropped over the top, there's no chance.
Mm-hmm. Second down at 15. Handoff. Brought down by the cornerback after a gain of 4. Running back's number 44.
Winder.
Yep, Cameron Winder. Third and 11 now. 4 minutes to go in the ball game.
Winder lost a yard?
Nope, gain of 4.
Oh, was it?
It was second and 15.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Well, the Heston Chapman game has got real exciting. 43-22. I'm sorry. I thought it said 43-42. Below 42, Concordia 0. That's the final.
Here's your third and 11 play. Roki's going to pass. He decides to scramble instead.
Got some yards. He's got to make the fourth down manageable.
Good scramble. I thought he maybe had 13 Morton earlier, but he held it instead of releasing it. Number 16, Nathan Fisher for Marysville, was the defender on the intended receiver, but the pass never happened.
5 yards on that game. 56 on 10 carries for Roki. Fourth in a football game, or no?
No.
Fourth down, though, for the Red Hawks of Hiawatha.
Here's your fourth down play.
Oh, that's funky.
Roki gets...
That was really, really weird that wasn't any kind of penalty. The center snapped the ball, and then nobody moved.
Anything.
And it fooled the Marysville defense. So
I must have been designed that way. He goes from the 23 down to the 16.
And who did that?
Roki.
Okay.
Quarterback keep, and I don't get it. Nobody moved. He just ran around the edge. I need a replay for that. That was just confusing. First and 10. Handoff inside. Not much doing.
Winder, good effort, though.
Helps that he falls forward 3 or 4 be the official gain.
Winder listed at 6 foot 215.
Yeah, he's the one that's in our rosters as an offensive lineman. So Jason couldn't find him, but they changed his number to a running back number.
And he's a sophomore. That's a big kid.
Mm-hmm. 3 minutes to go in the ball game. We've got 2nd and 7 for Hiawatha. They're down a bunch, 36. Quarterback Keith needed 7, gets 6. By the time a play comes in and they get up to the line and snap it, we'll be really close to 2 minutes.
Yeah, we will. The second half is drug. Not surprisingly. However, some of the ways in which it's done so have been surprising. The Marysville offense just really decided not to do much in their 6th and 7th possession.
They weren't stopped in the first half or the first possession of the second half at all. Since then, haven't done much. So 3rd and 1, he gets 2, does Winder.
It's enough. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
Next play will be inside 2 minutes. Marysville second teamers.
Carter Wassenberg out there right now. Josh Musil I just saw. Who else?
Will Otot's still in the game.
As is Tristan Schaefer.
Yep. So the younger ones are still in. Here's your first down play. It's a handoff for nothing. Maybe a loss. Winder, the ball carrier. I think he lost a yard. Josh Musil credited with the tackle. Yep, -1. 2nd and 6. And at the pace of Hiawatha...
3 more tries?
I don't know that they'll get that many.
1:15 to go in the ball game. Marysville comfortably in control, 43-7. Hiawatha knocking on the door here. 1st and goal from the 6. Second and goal, excuse me. But it won't affect anything because we're still over the point total, too.
Pass. Roki throws. Oh, nearly intercepted by Will Otot.
He was 10 foot in the air.
You seen him on a basketball court?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You can jump out of that gym.
12th play of the drive upcoming.
3rd and 6. And when you said 3 plays, I didn't take into consideration an incompletion.
Pass, yeah.
So you were right.
Well, they'll get both chances at it if they need it, but it is 3rd down from the and goal to go from the 6.
Roki under center. There's your snap. Quick pass. Fade into the end zone.
Down.
Touchdown. Let's see if I can tell who this receiver is. He's as far away from me as he could possibly be. I've given up on it, Jason. I don't know. 54 seconds to go in the game. Jason's going to try to figure out who caught that for his stat book. 6-yard touchdown pass. Roki to
Caden Morton.
Makes sense.
Does it?
No.
Oh, I said I wasn't going to say anything. Touchdown.
So, Marysville defensive player struggling off the field. A little bit. That's Nathan Fisher.
Yeah, he's the one that fell down on that over there.
Must have rolled his ankle.
Well, yeah, I mean, you worry about there being an injury because non-contact injuries can sometimes be
the ACLMs.
Yeah.
I hate to say those letters, but
right, for sure. But that's what you worry about.
Sure. You see it so much.
Mm-hmm.
People make a big deal about the contact in
football,
but it's the non-contact
ones
that are
go
bad.
Down without contact, you are really worried.
Mm-hmm. Extra point try. Double snap and blocked.
That's
Number 2, Tristan Schaefer. He just blocked a punt.
Yep.
All right, we got Marysville 43, Hiawatha 13. We'll be right back.
For reliable trash pickup and roll-off service, call on Temps Disposal. Containers sized to meet your needs for residential, commercial, and construction jobs. Always prompt and professional, Temps Disposal serves Marshall, Washington, and Gage counties. Let them go to work for you. If it's their weekly collection schedule or one-time pickups for construction, moving, or cleanup, Temps Disposal in Marysville is a phone call away at 785-562-5360.
Napa know-how.
Locally owned, locally operated, your Napa Parts store in Marysville offers Napa parts and accessories, plus the tools, equipment, and supplies you need to get every job done right the first time. The right tools at the right price, plus Napa know-how. From your locally owned and locally operated Napa Parts store in Marysville, Enan's Automotive.
Napa know-how.
Welcome back to Senior Night here in Marysville. Hiawatha tacks on some points of their own here with 54 seconds to go, but Marysville on top by 30. It's 43-13. Tristan Schaefer given the special team player of the week because he's got a block punt and a block extra point. Both of those are pretty darn rare.
Yeah, for sure. For one player to have two of them in a night, it's pretty special.
And the Hiawatha coaching staff above us are getting excited.
Either that or heard the Buffalo went by.
Here is your kick. It's going to go out of bounds.
Yeah.
Going to go out of bounds, so the flag will come in. Marysville will start, from their own 35?
Yeah, that should be right.
All levels seem to play this differently, so I always get a little confused of where they set it, but it's junior high kids. The crew next to us don't like all the noise above us, so they went and told them to stop.
So the ones will stay out for 2 victory formation snaps.
So this one will go in the books. Marysville 43, Hiawatha 13. Brooke Williams is going to subtract a couple yards from his total yardage. I hate that rule, though.
13.
43-13. One more victory formation will finalize this.
Yeah, and you got to wait just 2 more seconds. Now you can snap it. Well, no. You want to wait till after 25. Excuse me. Don't do it
No,
yet.
they said 40 seconds. Right?
Oh.
Yeah. It's 40 seconds it goes up. So, yeah.
Yep. That'll do it.
That is the ball game. Marysville wins on senior night 43-13, as we've said before. I think we're going to take a quick break, maybe do some math, and we'll be right back.
Farming is your way of life. State Farm agent John Bannister gets that. State Farm's farm policies are designed to deliver broad, flexible coverage customized to how you run your operation. Protect what you've worked hard to build. John is proud to tailor coverage to meet the vast needs of your farm. Contact State Farm agent John Bannister, 1022 Broadway in Marysville today.
When you rollers send for Schroller.
For complete body repair, see Jeff at Schroller Collision Center. A family business for several generations, let Jeff and his quality crew help you with your auto needs. Schroller Collision Center, 701 Carolina, 562-3546.
Kickafer and Bussing, certified public accountants in Marysville and now in Seneca, are qualified and available to assist you with all of your income tax and accounting needs. Stop by and visit Ken Kickafer, Kent Bussing, or their staff of certified public accountants and paraprofessionals. For prompt and friendly service, contact Kickafer and Bussing at their 2 locations, 1100 Broadway in Marysville at 562-2100 or 508 Main Street in Seneca at 336-2400 to set up an appointment. Kickafer and Bussing, where quality begins.
Welcome back to Pat Landahl Memorial Field, Homer Hanson Stadium, Landahl Family Sports Complex. It's Brian Crott and Jason Brenniger. Senior night here in Marysville. We're hosting Hiawatha. Marysville gets the win, 43-13. 25 points is the most you can take out of this for district play. So Marysville will get those 25 points. Hopefully it doesn't even come down to that, right? Clay Center is looking like they're going to take their loss at Rock Creek. So Marysville will have to go to Clay Center next week. Jason and I will be there with the call, and we will. I'm taking the lines out of his closing speech, but we'll be there. Marysville needs the win for a home game. A loss sends us on the road. That's not guaranteed because Clay Center Rock Creek isn't final, but
yeah,
we're pretty sure that's what
for sure. I think Rock Creek. I haven't got a score lately on that. Looking at the last report that Rocky gave us was Clay Center was down 13-0 at the half. He's not texted back through, so I don't have it.
Okay. Let me go through some scoring. Started right away with the 1-yard run by Rook Williams, his first. Extra point was good by Jack Lauer. Marysville starts off right away with the 7-0 lead. But Hiawatha responds. 40-yard touchdown run by Ashton Roki. Third-string quarterback. Did not look like it tonight. Extra point was good. 7-7 tie. 19-yard touchdown run still in the first quarter by Will Otot. His first. Extra point was good. 14-7 Marysville. Started off defense optional. The second half wasn't exactly that way. Second quarter, 33-yard run by Will Otot. His second extra point was good. Marysville on top, 21-7. Marysville's not done here before half. They get a 37-yard run by Rook Williams. Rook's second. 2-point conversion was a pass from Will Otot to Devin Palmer. It was fun. 29-7. Marysville's where we went into the half. Marysville in their first possession after the half scores with the Will Otot touchdown. His third extra point was good. 36-7 Marysville. That was the only score of the third quarter. We have two scores in the fourth quarter. The first one was 14-yard touchdown run by Rook Williams. His third extra point was good. 43-7 Marysville. And then they're in slop time. 54 seconds on the clock. We get a 6-yard touchdown pass from Roki to Morton. Extra point was blocked by Christian Schaefer. Game ends 43-13.
51 offensive snaps for the Hiawatha Redhawks, resulting in 253 net yards. 150 yards on the ground and 36 attempts. Ashton Roki leads the way, 12 carries, 68 yards, and a touchdown run. Josh Monahan had 7 carries for 31 yards. Cameron Winder had 9 carries for 18 yards. Xavier Oldham, 5 carries for 8 yards. Connor Kettler, 3 carries for 25 yards. Ashton Roki throwing the football was 9 for 15 for 103 yards and a INT. He also had a touchdown pass to Caden Morton. Caden Morton, 4 catches, 23 yards, and a touchdown. Josh Smith, 4 carries, 36 yards. Connor Kettler, 3 catches, 56 yards. Xavier Oldham, a catch for 6 yards. 103 yards in the air, 9 of 15. 150 yards on the ground, total of 51 for 253. Marysville ran 10 less plays, but resulted in 371 yards of total offense. 39 on the ground, 362 yards. Rook Williams leading the way, 13 carries, 152 yards, and 3 scores. Will Otot right behind him, 9 carries, 87 yards, and 3 scores. Peyton Smith, 8 carries, 54 yards. Tremont Hornbeek, 3 carries, 10 yards. Rhett Williams, 6 carries, 59 yards. 362 yards on the ground, 9 in the air for Marysville, 41 snaps, 371 yards. Rhett Williams caught a 9-yard pass thrown by Brother Rook, and that's our ball game. Marysville goes to 2-1 in the district, the monster matchup a week away. Tune in right here if you can't get down to Clay Center. We'll be glad to bring you the action. Marysville wins this game 43-13 over visiting Hiawatha. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Thanks to the birthday boy, Brian Crott, for bringing you the action. Thanks for Bruce backing us up in the studio. Thank you for listening. We'll see you next week. Have a great weekend, everybody.
KNDY.